Welcome back, everyone, to episode 116 of Unravel.
You should get out of here.
Today,
It's only going to go downhill from here.
today, we're playing with a little less people than we're used to.
But
But that's okay.
Wait, she has hunter's mark?
No, she doesn't. That's from a certain subclass.
Oh, I was going to say, like, what?
She has her standard standard prepared spell list should be on her character sheet.
I mean, there is a spell sheet, but like...
Somewhere, I don't know. Not my
Mhm.
problem.
although-
It also doesn't really
Jesus
matter right now.
fucking Christ.
Yeah?
I need a... Just go
Today,
on, go on.
we're going to pick it up where it was last session left off. Last session was left off after you guys... Let's see, what was the last thing you guys did again?
We burned down the monastery. No,
We talked a lot.
Yes, that is true.
There was
have
also
no
combat
idea.
with little snowmen.
Right.
Snowball
Didn't
guys.
they get traumatized?
Yeah, I remember.
A
Okay,
little
I
bit.
remember. Last session, you guys
Oh, wait.
had all individually... or first of all, you started traveling a day where a very heavy snowstorm set in, which you managed to navigate correctly. Sadly, a duo of Winter Eladrin were unable to do so, but with the help of Zera's translation of her being able to speak Sylvan, she managed to point them in the right direction, and they offered that if you ever found yourself near their outpost, you would be rewarded, and you would have some type of respect there for the help you've granted them. Also, the night after that day of the heavy snowstorm, every remaining member outside of George and Nikiak was visited, and was a very busy evening for the individual eventually dubbed the Therapy Witch, as Silmare, the individual in the igloo that appeared to each of you offering some type of bargain, appeared to all, and all of you ended up making that deal.
That's definitely not going to go badly.
Chera eventually managing to transition from Utsul to Chera fully with the aid, and also being granted a permanent +2 to strength, increasing your strength to 22. Zera giving the ability to speak, read, and write every language as if it were her mother tongue in Draconic. And Angie suffering some kind of traumatic event involving a bone saw, and Sumara directly examining and enchanting her phoenix heart. But giving you the ability to, whenever you do catch somebody in a fireball or anything that creates fire, they can use hit die to heal and are excluded from any damaging effects, which
That's
is good.
awesome.
That's really cool.
But she had to suffer.
Nah.
You then continue. Then the following day, you're right. There were a group of little snowmen, almost heavy furred, round creatures with stubby arms and big mouths, somewhat primitive as they had like stone spears. They attacked you in a bloodthirsty rage. They were led by some sort of... It was eventually dubbed a snow djinn. It had some elements of that. Although the snow djinn telling your group that you were not permitted to continue your travels according to his mother's orders.
And we said, go fuck yourself.
And then he got killed with it before the second round even happened. Yeah. A firestorm made short work of most of the little snowmen, as well as the little super speedy murder bunnies that were with them.
I mean, we do have a lot of experience in burning small creatures.
That is
Exactly.
true. Especially, yeah.
Hey! Don't take all the credit.
I'm certainly not.
But you, you continued to travel after that fight, eventually settling down for one more night's rest. The night of according to Ikiak, it would take 14 days to reach the valley. You're currently on the evening from day 11 to day 12.
See you on the other side.
dome, I'm assuming, is being set up. A hole cut out for smoke and a hole for a
Yep.
door.
The dome.
The usual.
The dome.
Oh, the door.
The Thunderdome.
Before we continue, from that Snow Djinn guy, he dropped 3 spell scrolls, which you can
Oh,
distribute amongst yourselves.
I will take all of them and cast them immediately.
You
can do that if you want to.
The force does not work for me, so I have to stand up.
Damn.
Weak.
Get screwed.
The force is weak with me. Oh, right. These are great spells. Snowball Swarm.
They're great spells. You're right.
The ball swarm. Wait, you were playing the NPCs, right?
Yes, give me the NPC cards, please.
There you go.
Can you give me Gareth and Clay?
Clay usually doesn't fight with us, so.
Yeah, Clay
Depends on who
usually
plays him, to be fair.
buries. That's how I play him, at least. I feel like that's the most appropriate.
That is fair.
This is useless for here because everything is resistant or immune.
the ball swarm.
This as well. Why does everything have frost spells when it's clearly not useful? You'd think they take different spells with them.
Yeah, I'd also imagine that Akiak would have, you know,
No, they also
not a
do cold damage.
frost enhancement on his weapon.
But he does, because it's blessed by
They're
the
so
Snow
in
Mother.
theme that they have
But
lost its purpose.
But
To be
it's
fair,
not useful.
Jedis also deal cold damage.
Yeah, but,
Exactly,
but
it's like-
why?
Like,
I mean, I get it, but like,
I mean, a mammoth doesn't have cold resistance, I imagine.
It's true.
it doesn't.
I don't think
some
so.
some creatures also just only have resistance to it rather than flat out immunity.
Yeah,
Still,
but still, you wouldn't want to take. You know,
That's true.
I'm not gonna take fire to the abyss if I could make a choice. But you know, that's just a choice. You know,
I mean, Angie will.
it's thematic. I'll give him that.
You will take fire into the abyss because you don't have a choice.
Yeah, just don't go to hell. You won't do very
Yeah.
well there.
Yeah.
You mean I die?
Oh, you definitely die in hell.
How else do you get there?
Okay, sorry.
Oh, I was wrong. We're not starting the evening doesn't start on the day on the night from day 11 to 12, but from 12 to 13.
Ah, we're almost
Yes.
arrived.
Because on day, let's see, on day 9 you guys were still in the flat open area. In day 10 you guys got out of the flat open area and encountered the woolly rhinos fighting each other.
Right.
Then day 11 is where you encountered the winter eladrin. And then day 12 is where you fought the little snowman.
Little snowman.
I feel like these would fit Zero the best, honestly. Something,
she'll
that,
take
deals,
him, I
something
think.
that deals damage.
She'll take him.
You think Zira has nothing that deals damage? She has her bag.
In terms of spells, I think I'm very doubtful of that actually.
She has some damaging spells.
Does she?
She just never uses them.
Yeah, she never uses her
Well, then
spells.
maybe
She has
she
like
shouldn't-
flaming sphere and stuff, which is
Yeah.
pretty good.
I just picked out like Ray of Sickness, Flaming Spear, Melf's Acid Arrow, Blight, I think. Yeah,
To be
Blight
fair,
deals damage.
I got some pretty
There's
good
a solid
spells
amount of
here
those
as
who
well.
she doesn't have on, which
What is
aren't
this?
on her spell list, to be fair. But we'll get to that when we get to that. Like
That's
she also
probably-
cast, what was it, Fire Shield or something, which is something that wasn't on her spell list.
Yeah, but that's the Morbius scroll, right?
The Morbius scroll.
Yeah, the Mobius scroll. The Morbius
Oh
scroll.
no, I'm pretty sure she cast that because she thought it was from her spell list, but it's from the Battlesmith, I think.
Mm. I just picked the ones with
Yeah.
like the
It's okay.
those circles that were like,
We'll get to that when we get to that,
yeah.
if we get to it. The three of you. Who's
yeah.
taking watches? Ikiak and Zira are particularly
All of
tired
us.
today.
What a question.
Wow.
Yeah.
Who's taking which watch, bitch?
I don't care.
Who
Just-
cares? I'll take
Oh,
first.
I'll take second.
Last.
Hey,
There you
Angie,
go.
you're taking
Don't
third
go
watch.
with me.
What?
What?
I don't want to go last.
All right, you go.
Then I go last. You go first. How about
Yeah.
that?
Okay.
Arranged.
Yay.
One,
Angie,
two,
we start
three.
with you. As you're preparing to take a watch, I would like for you to roll 2d10, please.
Roll for initiative.
Not yet. Maybe.
18.
18? Damn, that's pretty good.
9 and 9.
18. Why is that good?
No, like
Is
a
that
high
good?
roll. If it was damage rolls, would be pretty good.
Yeah, that would good. But now, what do you
Mhm.
mean? Is
Nine.
it good?
19's 19.
It's a snow hydra.
Could you roll 2d4 for me, please?
Dealing cold damage.
Obviously.
Not physically, but yeah, that's 5.
5. Cool.
Like if everyone is resistant against cold damage and everything deals cold damage, like what's the point of dealing cold damage then?
Angie, what are you doing while during your watch?
Yeah.
Whatever the fuck I want.
Not much, just staring into nothingness.
In that case, go ahead and make a
Cool.
That's awesome.
perception
Sick.
check, please.
Rad.
18!
Mm.
Wow.
You rolled a 19?
Yeah!
Damn.
You had to bring it up, right? You had to just rub it in there. You just couldn't just let it be an 18. You had to be like, that could have been better if you didn't suck.
And you rolled a 5, right? On the 2d4.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry, I had to find the right sheet.
God damn it.
It doesn't have a bird.
Go ahead and roll a d6 for me, please.
God damn it.
It's not a bird, don't worry about it.
Thunderbird.
4.
4?
Yeah.
4 Tiamats.
Well, you keep out a good eye during your watch tonight, which is actually aided partially by the lights in the sky that once again reappear to you.
Aurora Borealis?
I'm pretty sure it's called an aurora. No,
Aurora Australis. Then.
Yes, the
Okay.
southern hemisphere one.
Aurora Australis.
But Angie,
But then it isn't me.
the lights once more appear to you, and with the keen eye that you have, you once again see the faint visage of a phoenix that flies through the sky.
You see, it's a bird.
It is a bird.
It's not Superman.
But aside from that happening,
It's a
your
it's a
watch
plane.
goes by uneventfully. And
It's a
eventually,
plane.
you wake up the next target. Chara, you're the second watch, right?
Yes. 5 more minutes.
I would like for you to roll 2d10, please.
43. 7.
43?
Yeah.
7 total?
Yeah.
From 2d10?
Yeah.
Okay.
I had a 4 and I had a 3.
Go ahead and make a perception check.
I will.
We,
It
we're
will
all
be
rolling?
a 15. And
She's
I
Both
have
for
a
our
s-
watches?
Yeah?
Okay.
And then it.
We
Wow.
haven't been doing that
22.
before.
Don't
That's
worry about
really-
24? That's
Yeah.
pretty good.
No, 22.
22.
22.
What do you do during your watch? Sleep.
No.
I do do that.
Is the Aurora Australis still going on?
No, by the time your watch
Sad.
begins, that has already been faded.
I'll go warm up the fire a little bit and then make some tea.
Okay.
And be like,
Like your companion before you, you keep out a good eye during the night.
and just watch my breath. Like,
Yeah. But eventually your watch passes uneventfully.
Mm.
And it becomes time to wake up the last victim, George.
I go towards George and then I wake up.
Yes. Yes. Oh. Oh. Seen anything?
No. At least Angie apparently had some bright lights in the sky, but it was boring.
Okay. Put up the forge, take out the last little cinders from the fire, put them in there, and start working a little bit on my shield.
Very well.
As there's just a little imperfection.
Are you using the magical shield you guys have or no?
Do I have a magical shoe?
Really good if you guys have a magical shield. Which
Oh,
one of you,
yeah,
which one of you fuckers has the magical shield?
Well,
I don't have a magical shield.
I'm gonna tell you right now. If it's a human, I'm certainly not.
No, there's this shield you guys got after fighting the Nelfeshni, the leader of the Orcish army. You had a couple of elven artifacts with him. The shield was one of them. It's a shield in the shape of an oak leaf with emeralds encrusted along its sides. And if you wear it,
Zero.
there you go. If you wear it in bright or in sunlight, you get +1 to your atop the AC.
I did not.
I don't know why
it
Zira has
existed.
that. I'm also
Wait.
pretty sure Zira hasn't been using it.
No, she hasn't.
How much other stuff does she have that she can't use?
She hoards way too much stuff, and that's not all.
I mean, she can attune to like a lot of shit.
Sure.
Urn of the
But she
Ancestral
doesn't.
Warrior, Ring
But
of
not
True
this.
Companions, Belt of the Blink Dog, Messenger Bird, Glove of Blasting, Tome of Organic Reconstruction,
No, I was not using this.
Okay.
Because I, in
Scarab
fact,
of Protection as
did
well.
not know that existed.
You've only had it for about 20 sessions.
Wait, what? She has a Scarab of Protection, which just gives her advantage on saving throws against spells.
Yeah.
That's nice.
You guys
Elvish Longbow.
got that from the mummy.
Yeah,
Imagine this card must have been handed when I probably wasn't.
I think
there?
so. Helm of
Because
Comprehension.
I wonder why
I don't
would not
know.
understand why this.
A lot of stuff
completely-
ends up in Zira's inventory.
Yeah, she also has the Frostbitten
Yeah.
Staff, the
Just because it's there does not mean it's
an
hers.
Elvish Longbow,
Yeah, that comes from the same loot
Yeah.
pile.
the Morbius Scroll. I mean,
Well, that's why I was wondering if you had that or not.
No,
Oh, it exists.
if I,
Yeah.
I mean, in that case, I would have one question because oak leaf is all cool and stuff,
Hmm.
but George hates using things that
That's true.
don't have his aesthetic to it.
Hmm.
Maybe that's why you didn't want to use it. I don't know.
So, would it be possible to start working on making a new vessel or changing the existing?
You
item?
can displace an enchantment from one item to another. The only person that's done it so far is Bree way back when she moved the silver flute onto the
Right.
ruby of the bard.
Mhm.
That's true.
Which it costs about like a third or a fourth of what it would cost. Like there's some cost to it, but it isn't as much as just enchanting the shield from the start, because it's mostly an aesthetic thing.
Yes.
And you're not combining it with any other magical item, because that would increase the price, of course. Just switching it would probably take maybe a day or two of downtime, maybe 100 gold or so. I would have to figure out exactly the power of the enchantment.
Could I do that with my channel divinity to speed up the process but keep the cost the same?
Let me check.
I mean, I can technically craft things up to 100 gold.
Well, you would definitely need the downtime days to do so. But I'm pretty sure we could work something out where you use your channel divinity. If anything,
I mean, you could provide for the cost, maybe. I don't know.
worth no more than that. I mean, it never worked for magical items. To create magic items, so
I
the
can't
cost
create
won't.
magic items.
Yeah, the
but-
cost won't be reduced because.
But I'm
of
not
it.
technically
But you would-
creating anything.
You would probably, if it would be a 2-day process, it would turn it into a 1-day process, for example. So it would help in that way. But until you have a day of downtime, you
Yes.
can either choose to use the elven oak leaf shield, or you can stick to your dwarven shield. That's up to you.
I mean, if there's no sunlight, there's no point.
There's a lot of sunlight in the Arctic, actually.
Yeah, but
Antarctic.
right now there isn't. Because it's night.
Well, yeah, no.
That's-
At this
I guess
point,
that's
yeah.
true. Now, the
Yeah.
important part is, for example, in Homunda, it will be largely worthless, considering there wouldn't be sun anywhere. In the same way that when you guys went to the to Top Town and were fighting the Iron Syndicate, that was all underground, so it wouldn't have done
Yeah.
anything there either. But
No, but it's,
the party owns it, apparently.
We probably forgot about it because Zero had it.
Yeah.
It was like. I mean, I also have like a lot of shit.
Well, you can either sell it or distribute it if you're not using it,
It's mine.
or you can do
My
that.
own, my precious.
George, as you are probably planning out the way you would transfer the magical enchantment from one shield to another,
yes.
I would like you to roll 2d10, please.
That is what George would be doing.
20 Tiamats.
That would be a total of 9.
9.
Damn.
Go ahead and roll a perception check.
Perceive that motherfucker.
Damn. Definitely not guiding myself. I'm too busy doing other things. So that would be a 18. Which is pretty below average for George standards. But he's busy.
Even in your somewhat absence, you keep a keen eye out, being preoccupied with other things. But this night has been, for the party as a whole, relatively quiet.
You just looking at that oak leaf shield and be like, stupid elves.
Yes. Yes. You're like, so pretentious.
It's a nice looking shield, though. It has a good enchantment.
They can't even make it metal.
To look like a leaf.
Your watch eventually also goes by uneventfully.
Nice.
If there's anything that doesn't protect you, it's a leaf.
And all of you wake up the following morning. In which case you do have to all roll for a Constitution saving throw against the cold weather.
Ooh, baby.
Whoa, no.
Oh no!
There it comes.
That's with
the
advantage
exhaustion.
for Hanef.
Yes.
Definitely failed.
Ooh, baby.
Angie, I'm pretty sure you have advantage on those saving throws now, thanks to the new boon you have.
Oops.
Oh,
I would just check the card.
doesn't matter.
Just check the card I sent you, though. Yes, you're right. Hanef has advantage.
Yes,
Let's see.
of course.
Clay has a +6. He succeeds, so he loses the one level he had.
Of course. Mm-hmm. Yes.
Hanef does not have a level right now, but he has advantage. Oh, he succeeds.
No?
You don't have advantage? Never mind then.
Oh, get fucked.
But it
Gareth.
doesn't matter.
Gareth has a level of exhaustion.
Sad. Gareth, why would you do this to us?
Angie, what'd you get?
Natural 24, 30.
That
Okay,
is enough. You are not exhausted. George and Akia.
Ah, well, George. Akia definitely succeeded. George only has an 8.
George has one level of exhaustion in that case.
But Akia already rolled an 18, so
Akia is fine.
Akia is more than fine. Damn.
Chera and Zera?
I got a 26.
Mm-hmm.
Zera has a 15.
26 and a 15. Both of those succeed.
Hell yeah. Let's go. I'll just do some... get some health back then.
Yeah, go ahead and roll for health and his spell slots and stuff you'll regain, considering the last session did have the fight with the snowman and a lot of you expended actual spell slots.
I want my 7th level back.
You can, but you don't
Actually,
get
only
anything.
used 2, like, pretty high spell slots.
So that's 15.
You used your 7th, I know.
4th and a 7th.
Right, because it was 4th level
Spirit,
Spirit
Guardians.
Yeah.
And just actually only those 2 spell, I'm pretty sure.
Well, the Firestorm was basically all you needed.
Yeah, that did
It did a lot.
pretty good.
Pretty pog.
Clay no longer have his thing, right? So I marked that down here. So.
Yeah, Clay no longer has exhaustion.
How much did I get?
Sure.
So I rolled a
Constitution modifier
14 or
plus
something, and he
7.
had like a +6.
That's 13.
Let me know when you guys are ready.
I am
18.
ready.
So that is... I also give like 5 temporary hit points to everyone.
Everybody?
Every player.
Every player, okay.
Both. No, every enemy.
Yes.
Uh-oh.
What?
Did you knock that one out of the computer?
Oh, I might have. It's very unfortunately placed, that wire. It should be in now.
Is it in?
Can you feel it, Mr. Krabs?
Oh, God.
God damn it.
Yeah, this is
There you
pretty good.
I'm back. I was frozen.
Everything that gives AC is equals good.
Okay. In that case, as you guys gather up your stuff once more, to begin the last 2 days of travel towards the valley of Raldrock, or
I do like that with like my the new Tenacious Warrior or something.
yeah.
I almost have 200 hit points. Like almost.
Only if you use it, right?
Yeah, but I use it like at the first combat, so I usually just add it.
I would like, for this day of travel, to not only know who's walking up front,
Nope.
also
I think
for somebody to roll 2d4.
I would be walking up front
Girl.
with
yes,
Akiak
Not the map?
Well, George would
next
be
to them.
probably the best person to keep an eye out. Kirk
I mean,
would be
yeah.
walking behind us. I think that's the last time as well. Kirk was walking behind us, then me and Chera, and then
Sure.
the rest follows suit as a
Including
caravan.
Yeah, and he's on the bear.
Yeah. No, zero's on the bear.
Oh yeah. I mean, yeah. I meant
2d4 need to be rolled. I don't care who does it, but
I'll do it.
a total of 2d4.
And for the weather,
And for the weather, a d6. You're right. Thank you for reminding me.
That
4 for the weather.
4 for the weather
is
means
a 3.
it's at least
Instant
not awful. 4 is a windy day, so it's pretty shitty. But it's not foggy, snowy, or snowstorm, so that helps.
It's cold.
Mm-hmm.
Could do worse.
It is cold. What's the 2d4?
A 3.
3. Ooh, in that case, the fuck was that? I would like for you, if you rolled a 3, to roll a d4.
No.
You may have to re-roll that.
2.
A 2.
I need you to re-roll that.
I figure.
A 1.
Okay, roll anything but a 1 or a 2.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Sorry, you're not doing it right.
A 4. How about that?
There you go. You're not generating random enough encounters.
You mean
No, 1 and 2. 1 was the dragon, and 2 was the rhinos. You guys already did those.
well,
They don't show up again. 4. Very well. As you guys travel through this more and more forested area, there's more and more trees that become to spawn basically around you. The forest becomes denser.
damn.
But at one point around midday, I need to roll perception checks.
All right. Let's go. Yes. I am very
Yikes.
useful.
22.
22?
That's a 2 for us. For a 9, I think. Yes.
9.
I am watch.
You don't spot much, I'm afraid. However, luckily, there's a cleric with you that does have a keen eye. George, you'd be the first to once more spot an igloo in the distance, this time during the day. You see it through a couple of trees off the beaten path to the left. So it's not on your route, but maybe 100, 200 feet off your path, you see a little igloo.
A what?
Everyone,
Igloo.
Oh.
everyone, you see that? Up there in the
What?
woods?
No?
Oh, right.
I don't
You take both heads and I
All right.
turn them to where the...
With George's aid, him pointing it out specifically, you manage to also spot this little igloo through the trees.
Oh no, I couldn't see through the forest because of the trees.
You think it's...
I'm not an elf.
You think it's a witch?
What's the little thingy?
The what?
Angie
What?
has snow blindness.
It's an igloo. Oh, wait.
-1.
Well, you wanna go by?
What?
I mean, it could just be a normal igloo. It's hard to see from here whether it's a different one or the same one.
Exactly.
You want to just ignore it?
Mhm.
I mean, we're not going there. Right?
No, but it's like a little... It's close enough. Maybe there's helpful
Okay.
people there. Who knows?
I mean, sure. Lead the way.
I'm not.
I was talking to George, and It's fine. You don't have to
You
lead
can
the
stay
way.
back. I understand. We move towards.
Okay.
The glue.
No.
Angie
Heat.
stays behind. For the purpose of this,
Yeah.
we'll say that that Akia and Zero also stay behind, including
If
Clay and Gareth. But Hanef comes with you.
Okay. If something happens, we'll just yell and then you come
Wait,
over.
wait, NF. Can Garrett come?
Gareth is like kind of standing like with the rest.
Why?
I can, sure. Gareth starts walking with you. So you have Hanef and Gareth that come along.
Yeah, well, he's my AC booster, you see, so he's important.
Right.
Damn.
Upon your request,
It's a
Gareth
man.
joins you.
What?
He's a person.
Yes, but this is a game.
What game? This is life.
Don't worry.
The group of four
Dwarves.
dwarves
Yeah.
Yes.
wander further and
Don't
further
worry,
into
that
the
was
forest
gotcha.
until eventually most of them they do disappear somewhat in the foliage.
Eventually, you come carrying back with this glass casket and a princess in it. You wouldn't believe.
You wouldn't believe what we found. You approach the
What's the
igloo.
song again?
You see a
from the
similar
movie?
kind of like little tunnel that sticks out from it. This time it's pointed away somewhat at an angle away from you, but you see it once you kind of approach it.
Can I knock on like the igloo, like tuk 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 tuk? Hello.
It's
It's an eagle.
yeah. Your hands get largely duffed out by the snow that's on. It's like it's not as clear of a knocking sound as you may wish. But you knock on it.
I mean, I'm sure like my hello would
That would help too.
that would help.
No immediate response upon your call
The
out.
entrance, is it blocked by some cover, or is there a door in the igloo for some reason?
Without looking into it, unless that's something you wish to do, there doesn't seem to be anything that's specifically in front of it.
Well, then I'm just looking into the igloo, I
Right.
guess.
If you do look into it, there is a heavy leather rag, as you are familiar with the other igloo that you've encountered, although this one is just shreds hanging. Like you see that it's probably very old. It's been torn. There's holes in it. It's more of these like just strips of leather that still hang from it.
Murder
The
scene.
igloo is still standing fine, right? There's
Yes.
nothing. Alright.
It is a little smaller. Once looking in, it is a little smaller than the other one.
No time like the present. I'm gonna go
I'm assuming
in.
this was you looking in.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm just moving into it a little
Yeah.
As
carefully.
you push aside some of the leather, you find a scattering of what probably was once crimson, now darkened brown coloration across the floor and wall. As you see the skeletal remains of what you assume to be some type of large humanoid creature, as well as a more familiar type of corpse, as this one has larger claws, black long fingernails, and curled horns. You find the skeletons of a Loxodon and a Yeti. You don't see any specific markings of who killed who, but they're both dead.
They seem to have killed
within
each
this
other.
space. Yes.
Some
Is
kind of
there-
deal.
There,
Is there anything left inside except for the gruesome scene?
there is some very brittle hunting equipment. Like there's a bow that's partially broken. The arrows, like the shafts, are really brittle wood, probably very old wood. What you do find is is within the skeletal hand of what's probably the Loxodon, a crumpled piece of dried leather.
Can I carefully?
Be careful.
I was trying.
Oh,
I'm getting out my archaeology tools.
Okay.
that's a little too careful.
At what point does it become grave robbing?
This is not a grave. This is an. This would be considered a crime scene if this was a.
Ah, so we're investigators.
Sure.
I can try to carefully get the
Go ahead and make a
letter
sleight of hand check.
out.
I think it's pretty clear what happened here, though.
I mean, they both died.
Well, I think the Yeti was the attacker. If I had to take a guess,
Maybe.
doesn't seem like a place a Yeti would live.
Do you have anything to help assist me? Except for the... Well. Ah, yes. This is going exactly as last time. A 6.
Did you roll a 1 or is it a 6?
No, I rolled a 4 plus 2.
There you go. You carefully approach the corpse.
That's the only thing I do
That's
When
carefully.
you begin to work around where the hand has crumpled the leather,
Mhm.
and then you find out that once a skeleton is completely a skeleton, there isn't much holding it together anymore. And the moment you begin to touch it, the hand kind of like falls largely apart. Just the
Oh,
little
shit.
bones scattering across the icy floor.
What are you doing?
The little leather, the dried leather, kind of like flops to the ground itself.
I carefully pick it up, like
Okay.
with a piece of, like with a pincet, or like.
George just looks at him like, really? You're gonna use a pincet for that? You just dropped the entire hand in 1,000 pieces.
Look, Yes. These are my methods. I
Okay.
try to carefully open it again.
Make another sleight of hand check.
Wow. A dirty 20.
Okay. You manage not to break any of it, which is important because it's brittle enough in this cold environment that it would probably it's not tear or anything. It would just break apart if you open it too roughly.
I try to carefully warm it up with like either the heat of my body or like my breath.
Well, sadly, once leather is hardened, it stays hardened. Luckily, a 20 is pretty decent. You manage to unwrap it far enough that you can see on the inside there is scripture written in a darkened color. Seemed to be some kind of if it was done with ink, it's a very rushed job. Though given the scenery around you, looks like it's blood. As well as there's a simple iron ring with a bit of frost around it that's in the little pouch. The language written on the leather you can't read. At least I'm pretty sure you don't speak the language. It's not Gnomish.
Would it be
Would it be
Loxodon,
dwarvish?
probably?
If you would have to take a guess.
Well, I take the ring and like put it like in a pocket, like,
Sure.
and then be like, all right, well, I found a ring and like a note written in blood.
You know, I can't read that, but I can take a guess what's on that paper.
Yeah, like either like bring this ring back to someone I care
It's
about.
gonna be like a wedding ring, right? It's gonna be like something like that.
What's cursed?
Don't put it on. I'm not gonna remove the curse from you.
All right.
What a threat.
I mean, that's the biggest threat a cleric can make. I would just not heal you.
I will
Like,
not remove the curse.
I will just not heal you anymore. Like Jesus. All right. Well, let's see if I mean Zera can maybe read it, or maybe the map or the Akiak.
Those are the same people, right?
Zera and Akiak, or the
No.
map and Akiak.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Those are the same people, I'm pretty sure.
You really call them the map?
No, it's. I was trying to figure out his name. I keep forgetting it. I'm not that good with names. Okay.
Hmm.
Having found this,
Was there nothing else, or is it just blood and
the space around seems largely
empty?
scavengers have once gotten to these bodies, which is why they're largely skeletons and no longer like dried corpses.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of what was once probably furniture and stuff has been destroyed, and there are shards of ice as well as wooden pieces that have been scattered across the ground, probably destroyed in a scuffle.
Yeah.
Anything of note you have found,
Okay.
unless you wish to
Anything of
dismantle the corpses.
Note,
You did find a note.
because we found
Find
a
it.
note.
Yes.
But to your interest, there was a full skeleton of a Yeti here. You've been stuffing weird shit in it.
I guess I already have Yeti stuff though.
That's true.
I have a nail. I have tuft of hair. I don't need a Yeti bone.
Well, in that case, no. There's nothing else of interest.
All right. Let's see if Akiak or Sarah could read it actually.
I mean, maybe. I don't know
Either
if she
one of
reads
them.
Yeah, probably. She reads the weird languages.
You see the 4 dwarves return Angie. Not a glass coffin with them with a pretty maiden. Instead, relatively unfazed, but
no, we need 3 more dwarves.
carefully
for that.
holding a small leather scrap with them. You bring them to which one, Zira or Kiak?
Okay, who can read this? I just hold it up.
If you hold it up, Zira goes, I can probably read it,
Alright.
considering she can read everything now.
Right.
Did she tell us? I think she did.
No, but she would probably offer up to read it.
Yeah.
She reads aloud, so you may all understand. The note reads as follows. I, Iluak, of sound mind and mangled insides, hereby grant ownership of my arcane ring to whichever poor soul finds me. May it serve you better than it did me.
Ah, well.
Wow. That is much better than what I thought it was going to be. Anyway,
Anyway, what does it do?
thanks. What was the name again, Zara?
Iluak.
Iluak. Thanks, Iluak. I'll identify that when we're in a better place.
It's a you can write down simple iron ring for now, or keep it in your mind and try not to forget about it.
I'll forget about it.
Cool. Then write it down.
Would there be a curse on it?
Maybe.
Like, if like not the one who took the ring from the pouch would wear it
Look, I don't
or
know.
something. I don't know.
Not everything is cursed, but some things are. This could be an
We
elaborate...
find more cursed things than the average person.
How many cursed things
How
have
do you
seen?
know? Have you done research on what the average person finds? There's not many people that just take things like we do.
There's not many people that are adventurers like us.
True.
That
But
I mean,
from-
that's why I say probably.
Yes, grave robbers, yes. We're not far from it. Anyway,
You said it yourself. It was an investigation.
sure. And the note told us it's ours, so... Finders keepers, I guess.
Losers weepers.
We'll see what it is when
Yeah.
night falls.
All right. No snow maiden witch.
You continue your travel south,
We do.
and rest of this day, nothing much of interest occurs until eventually you guys once more begin to set up camp in what you presume to be a safe spot. At which point, if you want to, you could.
I identified a ring before making the door.
Okay, so Angie, Zira, Kiak, Bosco, Gareth, Hanef, and Clay are all stuck in the dome waiting for you to open it. No, I'm kidding.
Well, you know,
I'm kidding.
I'm in there as well.
Oh, so everybody's in there. except for
Everyone's
Cherry.
in there.
Doesn't the dome have hit points technically? So when you saw a door in it,
It loses a few hit points, yeah.
It
Okay.
loses a few max hit points.
Sure,
I'd
but
imagine.
don't you have hit points? So if a bone saw would hit you, wouldn't you then technically...
You also suffer a bit of damage.
Look, if you do it strategically, it's fine.
Like I lost my arm in that combat, I was fine as well.
It's a strategic,
I
you know,
think.
cutting of the door.
I don't remember.
It's fine. Ah, look at that. An icicle armor.
Let me guess. I say from outside the dome. Frost things.
You guessed absolutely right. But then again, the guess wasn't difficult, seeing the ring look like this.
Oh.
I don't think that's very simple, but sure, I'll take your word for it. Imagine the icicles only appear when you use it. We'll go with that.
That's true.
Armor of Eyes. Once per day, you can cast Armor of Agathis on yourself at 3rd level as an action, granting you 15 temporary hit points each time a creature hits you. And with a melee attack, it suffers 50. It's the same thing you have, NG, but not cursed.
Well, you don't know that, right?
That's no, yeah, maybe. I don't know.
You're not sure if it's cursed. If it's cursed, you would have to cast identify with a spell slot.
we did. It was cursed.
No, the thing that he has now.
Huh?
Oh, the necklace is cursed, yeah.
The necklace isn't the curse. The action of taking it off a grave is cursing you.
Also, as an action, or part of the attack action, you can choose to expend 5 temporary hit points you gain by the Armor of Ice feature to make a ranged spell attack roll against a creature within 60 feet of you. Using your strength or dexterity score to do so. You are considered proficient with this attack. On a hit, the target suffers 1d10 plus your modifier piercing damage.
Sounds pretty good.
Hit or miss,
I guess they never miss, huh?
the shard then explodes. The target and each creature in a 5 feet. Oh, okay, that's like that spell.
So you can basically, you can give
Ice
yourself the
knife.
15 temporary hit points, but by sacrificing 5 of those 15, as long as you have them, you can fire off a shard of ice, like basically a nice knife.
Yeah, okay. Sounds pretty good.
Yeah.
Is it
arguably
attunement?
No, anyone could wear this, so.
You would have to have fingers though, or toes, I guess.
Like, yeah, okay. I mean, I think most of us have fingers and toes. Even Clay.
Yeah.
Even Clay does.
Even Clay, yeah.
I
I'd wear it.
Zero would also be willing to put it in her backpack.
Of course you would.
Of course you would. Yeah, who wants this?
I'll wear it. I say from outside the dome.
Okay, but you can't cast you can't cast spells when you're raging. Keep that in mind. It is still a spell.
Agathis isn't.
Yep.
Yes, it is.
It is.
I mean, but you can cast it before, right?
As an action.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
It
could.
lasts an hour.
Yeah, it lasts an hour.
But then the ice knife ability isn't a spell. You're not casting ice knife.
Mm-hmm. But it will take away temporary hit points. So.
That is true.
I mean, yeah.
But I don't know if that's. Yeah.
In your case,
Figure
yeah,
that out.
you would have to, if you want to rage your first turn, you either cast it and then rage, or you would have to cast it before heading into combat.
Otherwise, it is good on you. With your resistance to everything.
And it gives you a ranged attack.
Yeah.
That's technically 30 points. That deal a lot of damage.
And it's also like,
Yeah, you wear it. It'll be good on you. You get hit anyway.
exactly. It would be like, let me see, 57 Hey, now I have more than 200.
Well,
hit
only
points.
if you cast it.
Only if I cast it, yeah.
And then also only for an hour.
Yeah.
So if you're ambushed, you're fucked. Or, well, you can't use it as easily.
Yeah, more. I mean, I'll take it.
It's a good prepare option, I guess.
Yeah,
If we're
it's, I
going
guess,
into
something to
battle
do if you know-
anyway,
if you
yeah.
know you're going to get into combat. But who's taking first, second, and third watch?
The
I mean,
same order. Let's put it the same order, guys.
Very well.
That's fine.
That's
Angie,
easy.
Sacrificial lamb you are. Go ahead and roll 2d10 during your first watch.
But don't roll 1 and 2 or 3 or 5.
Shut up.
Only roll a 6.
Every now and again I
Five.
have to update them, okay? It's been a while. 5?
Yeah.
I mean, we're almost
That's
done
from the-
with
okay.
this arc.
Go ahead and
probably.
roll perception check.
Captain
2.
3.
I wasn't far off.
How the fuck? 30?
It's a
Perception?
3.
Oh, it's a 3.
It's a
That's
three.
a 30. I was like, how the
30.
fuck?
Yeah.
That's not a 30. It's far away.
Angie, not paying much attention to your surroundings. How's Angie feeling right now
Vibing.
with her?
Scared,
In despair.
tired. She can't sleep, so she's very, very tired. Every time she sleeps, she wakes up thinking someone is sawing her open. So she's like,
It's a reoccurring nightmare.
Just imagine when George is cutting the door.
Angie
PTSD
looks at it with
trigger.
horror in her eyes.
Oh no, that's what my ribs sounded like.
Angie, as you dread the appearance, perhaps, of once more encountering the lady who will saw open your chest, you You have little ability to keep out an eye, and perhaps you even choose not to put on the darkness glasses in case you may see something terrifying in the dark. Luckily, your watch does eventually go by uneventfully.
Nice.
In which case, you wake up Chera for her second watch,
Oh.
and I would require you to roll 2d10 as well.
Let's see. 19, actually.
19.
19,
Yes, that's different.
It's a 9 if it's a D100.
Go ahead and roll a perception check for me, please.
Alright. 17.
Could you roll 2d4 as well?
I mean, 4.
There you go. I mean, everybody likes to roll dice, so I'm just...
I mean, yeah.
4?
Yeah, 4. Do you have to roll more dice?
Yes. A d10.
Okay.
And you may have to re-roll it.
Damn.
5.
I need you to re-roll it.
6.
Then I need you to re-roll it still.
1.
That I can work with.
Okay.
Thank you.
Nothing happens.
Nothing happens.
Okay.
With a 17, you keep out an eye tonight, scouring the darkness for any threat, as you do, most vigilant. For you, this
Yeah.
period of the night goes by uneventfully. However,
For me.
yes, Angie,
You die.
Yeah.
you fall asleep knowing that at least during your watch, nothing horrifying has happened to you once again.
Oh no.
So with the
she's
tiniest
wake
bit
up
of comfort,
again.
perhaps, you lay yourself to rest.
Laid to rest.
Moments, you don't know how long, but after you've fallen asleep, you find yourself in a dream. You're sitting at a campfire in the darkness once again, but instead of being in the Arctic, you're on a grassy hill on the side of a cliff that overlooks a natural looking, very familiar bay. Could you roll a I guess this would be a history check.
22.
That's pretty good. You recognize this area from this perspective as well, specifically. You've been here maybe once or twice before in the past, although not here, not while it's a grass field or a hill. You've overlooked the same area from a grand terrace of the castle that is found in Rainfield, the one your brother and the other members of the council now live in.
Mm-hmm.
The bay you look over from this cliff is the bay in which Rainfield is eventually built. But right now, it is an untouched shoreline with forests reaching all the way to the edge
Would I know
and
how
hilly
long
lands-
ago this was?
and a hilly landscape as far as your eyes can see. Go ahead and make another history check.
Again, at 22.
Okay, let me go check something real quick, because I need to look up something, because you would know this information in that case. That one. What you gauge is what you're seeing, the area you're around, will eventually become Rainfield. But right now, the campfire you're sitting at is part of what seems to be a small encampment of people who have moved to this continent anew. The location where this camp is built will eventually become the Grand Castle, but for now it's a humble little gathering of huts and houses. The time in which Genova was first settled is very long ago. In the age before, actually, check.
1 million
No,
years
no.
ago.
Let me check. Am I looking in the wrong? No. Yes. The most recent age of the world is the age is the awakening, which has happened in the past century, which is the time after which creatures such as or giants in general and dragons once more began to roam the lands and have been spotted semi-regularly compared to before, where they were almost believed to be extinct. The age before that is a couple of centuries ago, right after the end of the Dawn Wars, is known as the Age of Solidarity. An age in which many of the races kept to their own corners of the world, but during which... the Age of Solidarity was before that. Following the Dawn Wars came the Age of Solidarity, in which everybody kept to their own. But after that came the Age of Discovery, which is when races had grown back their population after the Dawn Wars and once again began to explore the world, eventually finding the continent now known as Nufandlind, in which also Genova is eventually settled. You would have to imagine this is a couple hundred years ago, the age in which you're looking over the bay now.
Mm-hmm.
But it's strange to see the landscape so untouched and serene.
And the age of man
You sit at a campsite. You're not on your own. There are multiple people, explorers and such, and they all look at you. As your fingers begin to move, you look down and you see that you yourself are playing a very extravagant looking lute. With every tune you play, with the melody that follows, every flame in and around the camp, every torch, the campfire, the furnace in the nearby blacksmith, all of it begins to almost dance in a sense to the music you create. As this individual has been able to manipulate fire in a way that you've never seen before, but is perhaps intriguing.
Mm-hmm.
And shows that your flames, perhaps another before you, used them in a less destructive manner. But used them nonetheless. You play a song, and another until the night grows dark. And eventually you will wake up once more, finding yourself inside the dome on the Arctic plain in which you found yourself falling asleep.
Is there anything recognizable about the flute or the hands of the person I was seeing it through that may be a clue about who that person was?
The avatar.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
It's like blue arrows. You make notes of what it
Avatar
looked
on.
like, of what this individual looked like, what their lute looked like. Maybe if you find yourself in a place with a little bit more history, you could research them and find out more about them. But nothing that would spring to mind, at least.
What if it was a flute lute? It's a flute, but you play it like a lute.
Then it's not a fucking flute, is it?
You blow into it and
There
then
was no
make strings
symbols or something that I could use to recognize this later.
Later, yes. Like
Okay.
I'm telling you, there are parts of this that you can recognize, but you have to research it. It's nothing that you would know inherently.
No, that's fine. Okay, thank you.
But eventually you will wake up. Before that, however, Chara, your watch will come to an end.
Oh, yeah, thanks.
And it will be George who has to take it from Andrew.
Oh.
Smack the shit out of him.
No. Impressive.
Over the dark.
Alright. Rage.
I have to go charge
Reckless.
Reckless.
Reckless slapping.
Reckless slapping. I have a plus 11, so.
I mean, yeah, you.
What
That
would I
still
hit?
means technically you have
What would I hit?
50% chance in it.
It's a 19, so it's a.
You miss it.
There's a
Well, then you hit.
There's
Yeah,
a 30 hit.
Oh yeah, you definitely hit. Unless.
No, I just wake you up normally. George, wake up.
Again? Oh yes, right.
It is another watch, yes.
These days go by
Like days.
really fast.
Yeah, I know. Can't
It's
wait
just
until we're out of this place.
A bunch of snow. I don't like a bunch of snow.
I'm getting kind of sick of the snow.
I hate snow.
It's cold and rough,
It's
and
cold, it's wet,
and
it gets everywhere.
I made a little fire again.
Yes.
I have some tea brewing if you want it.
Maybe.
George,
I'll go to sleep anyways.
I'd like
Have
for
a
you to roll
nice night.
2d10, please.
2d10. 16.
I would like for you to roll a perception check, as well as 2d4. But don't roll a 1 or a 2.
Or 3.
No, I'm kidding.
28 for the perception.
Okay.
And 2d4?
Yes, just 2d4 and add them together.
That was not, 4.
4.
Yeah.
Great roll.
6. 7.
The perception check was 24, right?
28.
28. Okay. I would like for you to roll d10.
At what point do you perceive so much that you don't?
It's an 8?
An 8. 1 sec.
At what point is the roll so high that you can just see throughout?
Could you roll that again, please?
Another 8?
No, not an 8.
A 4.
Okay.
Oh my god. So
There
4,
is still
5, 6, 8,
when
and
you,
1.
when you step out of the dome, a little campfire. There was some tea there for you to take if you wish. You keep out an eye very well. You find yourself not being watched, not being
It was on the campfire.
stalked. You are utterly alone in the darkness.
Ding.
Oh, burn my mouth.
However, Jera,
Shut up, pigeon. Me?
yes,
Oh.
as you find yourself climbing into your tent under the covers and finding yourself falling asleep.
Yeah, I built my tent like in the trees.
Yes. In the mountain.
I go sleep.
I sleep.
You know those dreams where you feel yourself falling?
Yeah, I usually wake up immediately.
Immediately
but
wake
like,
Well,
uh,
this time you begin to feel yourself, that sinking feeling through your chest and out of your back as you feel the gravity begin to pull on you. And as you think you're awake, at least at first, you find yourself falling through dark clouds. Lightning striking around you, crashing through the thunderstorm. You feel yourself becoming wet from the rain around you, and eventually the dark clouds give way as you suddenly begin to see in every direction around you heavy thunder, rain crashing down. You see lightning strikes in the distance, striking the water beneath you, far beneath you, hundreds of feet, maybe a mile, maybe 2 miles. There's rough oceans in every direction as far as you can see, and you feel yourself just plummeting.
luckily I have slow fall.
A mile, maybe 2 miles before you hit the ocean surface. As you are falling, what do you do? What do you attempt, if anything?
I mean,
Do a backflip.
I try to move. I try to, like, I'm like full flat.
You're currently you begin falling backwards. You see the clouds in front of you, and if you look to the sides, you see the rain and the water beneath you.
I try to turn around and like face the ground.
Right. You try to turn yourself. At one point, your body kind of like flips, and you have to catch yourself and widen your arms as you continue to plummet. The ocean growing closer and closer by the moment.
I don't think slow fall is gonna save me now. I try to. I don't know. I'm not a very good swimmer or diver, but I've tried to make myself as like.
No, the legs.
So you don't belly flop at least.
No, I don't want to belly flop. Yeah,
Okay.
I want to go either legs first or like fingers first.
Go ahead and make an athletics check.
Do a belly flop, coward.
The moment you smack, just.
Athletics.
Mm-hmm.
26.
Okay, you do manage to maneuver yourself in the position you find you need to be able to land feet first.
Yeah, that's probably the smartest.
The water grows closer and closer and closer, and at one point there's no avoiding it now. You
here
stiffen
we
your
go.
body, you ready yourself, and you crash into the water. Around you hear the water just widen itself in this wide berth as you just crash into it, and immediately all the sound of the rain and the thunder kind of muffles as you sink yourself underwater. You float, you go about 10, 15, 20, 30 feet deep perhaps before you eventually come to a stop. No pain. Not immediately at least.
I was gonna.
But you feel yourself sinking further and further.
The Aquaman has fallen into the ocean. Hey.
What do you do?
I try to swim up.
Go ahead and make an athletics check.
What do you do when you're
I
Yes.
I simply would allow myself to drown.
You good athletics, right?
Hmm? I mean, it's still a 12.
Yep.
It's a 12.
As you begin to swim, the
But
currents
I
of
have
the
a
ocean,
natural one, so.
the currents of the ocean that you're in begin to sink you further and further. You hear the thunder, but through it, a droning, muffled noise, almost a voice calling out to you that you're too deep in the water to understand. Go ahead and make another athletics check.
Hey, that was my total. I rolled a 12, so a 23.
You continue to sink.
Damn.
The thunder almost disappearing completely. The light flashes of the lightning above you almost absent. That voice, you're not even sure if it's here anymore. Make another athletics check.
13.
13. With whatever might you have, you struggle against the current of the ocean, the pull that drags you further and further into the dark. You feel yourself almost panic. You feel it's reminiscent of nightmares you've had in the past. You struggle against it with every determination, every ounce of strength you have, but eventually almost a natural current sucks you down into the darkness.
It's like those dreams where you try to run from something,
As you get pulled down,
but you can't.
you wake up. You wake up tired. You feel as if your muscles have been moving the distance you needed to swim.
Probably I've been like.
Oh my god, that's cardio during sleep. That's so efficient.
How else do you think that you're only going to maintain a 22 strength?
Yeah.
But
I have to lift weights while I'm sleeping. Like.
you wake up the following morning, and you are.
Yeah, on your
All right.
back.
You see the light of the outside of the morning sunshine through your through the edges of your tent. The faint noise of a hammer hitting anvil. Oh God, no!
Fucking.
Lizelle, stop.
Did you bring a grinding wheel with us?
You don't?
I don't need to.
You don't grind? Yeah, that's fair. You don't use. I mean, those, well, whatever.
You can. Here, try to.
Why would I grind? What do you want me to grind about this?
But that's my question.
I thought you were somewhat of a... You're a dwarf. You should know that how smithing works. I'm not gonna grind armor. That's like the closest this is to.
Yeah, no, exactly. That's why I don't bring a grinding wheel.
I'm just grinding my tools from using them all night.
That's fair. You do use them a lot. I got this weird taste in my mouth. Did we? Well, how was
Probably
that
your
tea? I mean, it wasn't salty. At least I hope not.
No, it was just a little hot. I also lost my taste a little bit.
Well, I got some more for you. Where that came from?
What?
I'll make some nice tea.
Yeah.
I put some I'll make some tea with a little bit of jasmine enhanced. Try to get the taste. You can imagine, like, I feel tired, but I also have like the taste of salt water.
Why are you sweating?
I had a weird dream. It's fine.
Oh, a nightmare.
No, I don't get my.
The mighty Cheddar has nightmares.
No. I was beating someone up in my dream.
That's why you're sweating.
Exactly.
Were you losing or something?
I would never lose.
I mean, you're also not quick to break a sweat.
That's fair. I only lose when I allow myself to lose, which is never. Stop looking at me like that.
You lost, didn't you?
What?
In the dream, you lost.
Okay, I wasn't fighting, I was swimming. I fell down into the ocean and it was like, I kept being pulled down. You know those dreams where you try to run from something?
I'll be honest, I've never run in my dreams now that you mention it. Not that I remember, at least.
Oh, that's odd.
Most of my dreams are about forging or Moradin, or a combination of both.
Do you get into dreams when you try to hit like the hammer on the anvil, like that it doesn't work, or like it's like weaker than you expect it to?
No.
No.
Maybe? Look, I don't remember dreams usually.
No, me neither. It's starting to become a haze as we speak. Jasmine smells nice. We should go back to that Hobgoblin Island. I like their tea. I like their jasmine.
We should. We will. Someday.
I mean, we can just pay NG, I guess.
To pay for that now? I guess.
I mean, it makes sense, right?
Yeah, I mean, still owe her a favor at least.
You are also awake and present, by the way, Angie.
Oh,
yeah.
morning.
Want some tea?
What? What am I supposed to do?
How do I mean,
there's a time where I want to go back to the smith and the hobgoblins.
and I said like we can pay NG to do that.
Yeah.
If we want it.
Got a few things I need to figure out first, but once I've got that figured out, if we got some time, I'd like to learn more about the Jetuin.
Sure, but I'm not doing it for free.
Oh, that's why I said pay.
Yeah, no, that's good.
I mean, you don't need anything.
What do you mean?
I don't know, I could make something.
Like?
Well, besides being an exceptional smith that could make anything of metal, I could also make furniture because I am pretty good at woodwork as well. Took many master classes.
Furniture?
You are.
I am proficient.
Really?
Yes,
116 episodes and that shit never came out.
That's not true. I'm making the door. That's what I'm
Right.
making.
Yeah, right.
I have carpentry skill and leatherworking. I'm also good at leatherworking, by the way.
You can work leather?
It's useful when you're making like leather straps for the armor and all that. I need to use leather for plenty of things. These are useful skills I've learned in the forge.
Makes sense.
Or leather elven armor.
Okay.
So if you need anything, I can also make you something.
Well, there's some straps that need repairing. Can I just give them to you?
You could have.
Oh. I'll do that next time, I guess.
What do you think I do when I have nothing to do and I make money? I just
Smith?
Yeah, but there's not much smithing work going around. I could make furniture, or I could fix something for people, or leather working. I do that as well. It's not my preferred outlet, I'll be honest. But
I just go to like gladiator rings or something and punch people. That usually works. I thought after smithing you would do like something.
Poor people.
I don't know. Do George
you've never
things.
worked, Angie, have you? You've never worked.
I didn't need to.
Yeah, she was a noble child. Did you forget?
You don't even know what it is like to work. How
Oh,
old are you again?
Well, I've been traveling with you.
This is worse than work. I'll tell you that much.
no, it's way better.
It's better, but it's worse.
What?
You understand my? There's like
If you just work at a smith your entire life, you just wake up, go to the smith, and then like smith the entire day. Be fucking dirty because you've been in the suit and like sweat the entire day, and then you go back to bed.
I miss it. When you say it like that, it was really good.
No, it's awful.
When was the last time some of you saw like water for bathing or cleaning the clothes?
Like when we were in town last.
Yeah.
And that's how long ago?
I clean my armor.
I mean,
That
I
was
could
not
ask you the
particularly-
same question, Angie. Have you been using our drinking water for cleaning?
Of course not.
No, exactly.
I mean, you
I'm
could.
just saying
There's a
that
lot of
we
it.
are also smelly and dirty now. I mean, I can still see the blood in your. Never mind.
Of whom? Like George or me?
Can be me. I actually clean myself. Not my clothes though that are underneath. I'll be fair. I don't know how to clean them here.
Yeah, I mean, in like the cold, it's pretty difficult. I do change out socks like every day, which you should do as well.
Besides, if I take my clothes off, it's way too cold. Can't bother myself with that.
You should change your socks though. You don't want to get like soggy feet.
Socks?
Yeah, or like the foot. You are wearing like some kind of like foot wraps, right?
Got fur wrapped around them. And piece of leather.
George just has really hairy feet.
I do. In fact, a lot of my hair gets really long when I'm cold. That's the choice I make.
Okay, that's too much information, but like,
You asked.
All of it?
no, never mind.
Look, don't worry about the details.
Yo, I don't want to think about the details. Come to think of it, when is the last time we went to the toilet?
Oh, you guys have done that in the past 2 weeks, I
No,
imagine.
we've
It's something
not
we don't
said.
roleplay.
Yeah,
But it happens, I swear.
You mean like an actual toilet, right?
yeah, that was in the
I
camp.
just went.
You what?
You just got out of the dome.
Oh, well, I'm glad I don't sleep in there.
Yep.
I
The
mean,
last time you guys saw an
there-
actual
I'll
toilet is
keep
probably been in
back up, so
Delta.
sleeps there.
That's true.
Well,
It is day 14 out of 14. Somewhere today, you are likely to find yourself somewhere in the.
Can I ask Akiak
Yes.
where if we're getting anywhere close? Does he?
Yes, he would want to inform you that you're currently on the 14th day, in which, according to him, you would arrive in the valley today, but you're likely to only arrive at the colony itself maybe a day and a half after getting into the valley itself.
Oh, okay, so we're almost okay. Does he recognize the area we're in?
I mean, this specifically is largely
Well, yeah.
forest. He keeps track of some mountain peaks that he recognizes. That's how he's been navigating largely. But the valley itself is a large is just like it's surrounded by mountain ranges. As long as you finds those, there's only a few ways to find yourself to properly be able to travel into the valley itself.
We still need to roll for exhaustion.
Yeah.
You do, but I didn't want to interrupt you guys' toilet talk. So all of you go ahead and roll for exhaustion. I
that
did
was
roll
very
for the
important.
allies.
Baby.
Sadly, both Gareth and Clay have exhaustion, but Hanef is okay.
Well, we don't.
I mean, Hanef has fucking advantage, so I sure hope so.
Angie, what'd you get?
Jesus.
You got Jesus?
She got
I got
Jesus.
24.
24, that's a success. George?
22 for George and a
Success.
25 for Akia.
Success. It's your turn.
Well, it's 25 for Zira,
That's a success.
and it's 28 for me.
That's also a success. All of you are fine, except for the two of your compatriots.
No, sucks to suck.
I would like... I'm assuming you guys keep the same marching order.
Yep.
So I would like perception checks and a d6 to be rolled for the weather, and 2d4.
I rolled a d6 last time, so...
You roll a d4 then.
Oh, I was thinking Angie, but that's fine too.
And you can do it too.
Yeah.
I don't know you. You guys do it.
Sure, go for
Okay.
it.
2
2.
for the d4s.
Yes. What's the weather?
5.
5. A cloudy day, not sunny, so it's still cold feeling, but not as bad as windy.
Do you have to roll another d4?
No.
No. Yeah. Sad.
A total of 2, right?
Yep.
Okay.
The snow kraken.
If that's where we're gonna get to, that's where we're gonna get to, I guess.
Snow kraken? I guess.
Schnecken.
The snack.
Schnecken.
He sure looks like a snack.
I want to eat it.
I mean, if you fry the snow kraken, it would be pretty nice, I'd imagine. Like fried octopus rings, but like massive.
I would like for up to 2 people to make perception checks, please.
I've already rolled.
Yeah, I've already rolled as
Then
well.
tell me what these are.
Pretty bad. It's 23.
21.
Oh, pretty bad. 23 and 21. Very well. The areas around you become more and more mountainous. The distant mountain ranges become closer and closer, and eventually you find yourself, if you look to your left, you can see mountains in the distance as well as to your right, rather than just forest.
Mm-hmm.
You become a little bit more enclosed. The area, you would have to travel more up and down, which slows down your travel a little bit with the elevation.
It's only uphill from here.
That was a bad joke.
Eventually,
Thank you.
Eventually, a Kiak approaches each of you.
Why is there foliage?
A Kiak approaches each of you with the question,
Hmm?
there's 2 ways to travel onward from here to get into the valley.
Yes.
Either travel over the mountains,
Mm-hmm.
or take an underground passage.
Oh, there's actually. Who dug the tunnel?
To the mines of Moria.
The underground
bit
passage is a natural cave system.
Oh, both sound
Made by
horrible.
dwarves.
No, made by nature.
Damn.
I hate both options. Oh.
What would you suggest, Akiak?
I have no particular preference, but someone of his size with Bosco prefers to travel over the mountains. A little easier than fitting themselves through the small crannies and nooks.
They're
a
small, we're
cave.
gonna go over.
Relatively small for a bear, but yes, small.
Look, I'm pretty big for a dwarf.
No, you're not. You're a dwarf. You're dwarf-sized.
Snake-sized.
Short king.
Looking down.
I mean, I'm shorter than you. That's fair. You know, I could have made myself taller than you. That's actually true. The Snow Witch was like, you can make yourself
That's
taller.
cheating. Anyway.
I don't want to be taller.
You guys go over?
Yeah, sure.
You can also go under.
Yeah.
You are a dwarf, and those
Benji.
normally go underground.
What is your opinion on this matter?
What matter?
Oh. Akir just told us that we have to go over or under the mountain. Don't ask me how that works.
You know how it works.
Yes, but I still don't know how it
Does
works.
Does it matter? Does it really matter?
I mean,
Well, ask yourself, do you want to go through tunnels or do you want to climb up a mountain and down?
Go through the tunnels then, I guess.
can we ask each of our companions as well?
Sure.
Clay
Clay would have a preference of going under the mountain.
Oh,
Oh.
of course. So
Really?
Clay's
yes.
under, Akiak is over.
Gareth would probably prefer over, considering he hasn't been somebody who's really been living underground.
Mm-hmm.
He's not one of those dwarves. Hanef could go either way, although his preference would be for underground, considering he does come from Coppermunde.
You were over as well.
I am over, yet I am under, because I get the point. You know, I am more familiar with underground.
Angie is under.
What do you want to
Yeah.
I don't care.
What would Zero want?
Yeah, what does Zero want?
I mean, she's really small.
She's
And climbing a lot up and down would maybe seem like a lot of effort, so I guess Zero could maybe go for underground.
Sure.
I don't know what the tally is then.
Is there any particular dangers, Kiak, from the underground?
Well, there are... Well, Yetis could be anywhere, really. You've encountered them in caves before, right?
I think so, yeah.
There are ice trolls. There are remoras. Those burrow, though, so those could be underground and above ground. Snow owls, I guess, would only be attacking you from above ground. Let me check what else I know. Check his sheet, what he knows. Who has his sheet? The one black one.
So far,
With the
most
black
of
rings.
so far, I think most people want to go underground.
Here, give me. Yeah. He could warn you of, as he said, remoras, but they're super rare. There's ice trolls. Winter wolves would be probably over. Polar bears could be over. Walrus is nowhere near here. Yetis could be anywhere. Frost giants, considering the size of the cave, would probably be, if you go over, a bigger chance of encountering them. There's frost salamanders, but they're equally rare to remoras, and they burrow and go over, so kind of depends.
Okay, they both sound awful.
You are relatively sure not to encounter snow owls, polar bears, walrus, winter wolf, and frost giants by going over or under. Going over, you could encounter those.
I mean, you're saying Bosco would have a bad time in the under tunnels. Like, can Bosco climb mountains?
He can, somewhat. And going under, there's moments in which nobody else would be able to pass, and no one could be able to ride him whilst going through certain openings, but he would fit.
And the day currently is... How long would it take for us to climb over?
Going over would take equally long as going under the...
No, I mean, just generally speaking, how long it would take.
How do you mean?
Just how long it would take going over it.
Let's see, you encountered this probably over at midday. You would probably exit around later in the evening, so an hour or 6.
Okay. I'd say we go over then. Chances of hopefully getting a snowstorm are then low.
I mean, you can always change up the mountain, right?
It could always change.
So going over?
I'm fine with it.
Yeah, I'm also fine with it.
There is the dragon though. But sure, we're
That's
going
true.
over.
I mean, it's a dragon. It's not gonna bother, right? Probably.
Sure.
You guys are going over the mountain, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
As you guys begin to climb the steep edges of the mountain, sinking yourself relatively deep into snow, every now and again one slides a little further than they wish, cracking a piece of a plateau of snow off and creating somewhat of a small avalanche.
Watch out down there.
You guys continue to scale the wall.
Watch, guys. Wait, is that Hanef rolling down?
Enough!
Hanef!
With your high perception checks, you do find that there's no dragon coming down to swoop you up. luckily.
That's pretty useful. Yeah, it's pretty nice.
Eventually, you guys find yourself cresting the mountain, the peaks of which are on either side, but there's a small, not really a path, but a passage between two of the highest peaks in which you can hop over to
Probably
over the
very
glacier.
windy, isn't it? Like,
When
All of
climbing
you.
it, this large rocky terrain, you have a 22 and a 28 for perception, right?
no.
Sorry.
23 and then 21.
Ah, okay,
Yeah.
21 too. Never mind.
Not
I mean,
last
regardless, it's really high. You find, the two of you spot, at some distance, I would say about 60 feet away, you see the rock outcroppings, but there's shades of gray that don't match with the rest. And not the same texture you spot in the distance. You see bits of tufts of fur, again, some 60 feet in the distance. Something is hiding in the distance. You can't see what, because they rolled really high, but you do spot them because their bonus is not that high.
No, it's unpainted miniature.
Yes. No, you see there's at least two creatures hiding in the distance behind some of the rocks. They seem to have noticed your approach and attempted to hit themselves.
You see them?
Yeah.
Should we throw something
No.
at them to make them... No, I wasn't talking to you. I didn't figure you'd see them.
I mean, they probably spot us, right? We can just reveal ourselves.
I mean, we're not hiding.
Exactly.
But if we, like, throw something at them to scare them off. I don't know what it is. Akiak, do you know what that is?
It's tufts of fur.
If you,
it could be
if you
Yetis.
point it out to him, he goes, if you point out the fur, he would note that it's unlikely to be a Yeti, because that fur would be stark white. Giants would be too big to hide behind what's here. Same reason it's not Yetis, it's likely not winter wolves either, or polar bears, because their fur is just white. Gray fur is carried by a few creatures. In an area like this, it's likely ice trolls.
So you're saying probably aggressive.
Yes, they would be.
Yeah, we could just make ourselves big and make them go away.
They're not impossible to defeat.
Well,
They're
no.
big and can be a nuisance.
We defeated trolls before, it's no biggie, but like...
And it depends on how many there are.
Well, so far I can see is 2, but maybe more. I mean, if they're hiding, they probably spot us. I mean, if they're any kind of smart, they probably would know that we've already noticed them.
Maybe.
Trolls are not known for their intelligence.
Fair, but like...
Well, let's move on, but keep a keen eye out on any traps or ambushes and see if they approach closer. If we start moving.
The way they're set up is they are on either side of your path.
Oh, that's
You-
already
you,
an ambush.
You spot an ambush. That's what I'm.
Oh.
Sorry, I thought I had.
No, I
You
thought they were
spot an
following
ambush.
us.
They're hiding. No, they're hiding ahead of you. They're hiding behind rocks.
Oh no, I thought they were just
Sorry, my
like
bad.
vibing there and they saw us coming. And were
No,
like,
they've attempted to hit themselves. Not that well. Or the roll well, but not that.
Not
the bonus
that
was
well.
not high enough to get away from a 23.
Oh no, what is this?
How
So,
far are they away from each other?
They from each other?
Yeah.
Probably about 30, 40 feet. That's about how wide this passage is.
I'm gonna want to try out this ring.
Nakia goes,
Sure.
if you're willing to take the time, we could also head back and go through the tunnels, but that's up to you.
We'll be
Alright.
fine.
We'll get rid of them.
I cast armor of Agathis on myself, I guess,
Okay.
with the ring.
How do we approach?
I charge in, you go behind me.
Sure, you take the trap.
Alright.
We could also throw something at them while they're there.
I already start barking.
Okay, very well.
Okay.
In
I
that case,
try to act as casual as
Sure.
possible.
in that case, we're going to take a break. Knowing this is coming up, I'll say that Gareth will send you in for at least her first round with a bonus to AC. But he will stay behind after that. Same will go for Zira in this case. Just to simplify the amount of people we have on the board.
Sure.
Bosco will stay behind. Akiak will come along. It's up to you if you want to bring him.
Yes, George sort of goes and
Yeah.
then Kieg's behind.
Clay digs away in that case. You get the bonus from Gareth. Hanef will come along. I'll play him.
Hell yeah.
Considering that's what you're paying for. But outside that, we'll play with just the people at the table just to make it a little easier. And then Akiak, because he's pretty crazy if it comes to combat. But we'll take a short break, and we'll get back when you guys are walking into an ice troll ambush.
It's not much of an ambush if you can see it coming.
It's a real ambush! Your party, coming from the north, traveling south, you see the two ice trolls with grey fur.
Yes.
Awaiting you.
Yeah, they're pretty
Chara
great.
walked in, having cast Armor of Agathis on herself.
How long does the effect last? Until the 15 hit points are gone?
If they're gone, it's gone.
Okay.
The 15 hit points are gone, it's gone. As well as there's an hour duration after that Armor of Agathis just ends.
Yeah, well, yeah, okay.
And if you shoot 3 of the ice knives, each of them cost 5 temporary hit points to do.
Right.
And you only have 15, so you can only shoot 3 of those before.
That's fair.
And then the armor is also gone.
Okay, but not until all my temporary hit points go.
Is this sun
No,
out?
no.
Okay, no, I figured.
These go first,
Yeah,
if
I
anything.
figured.
Is the sun out?
Yes, the sun would be out. Depends. Are you a heretic?
What?
Are you using the elven
That's a good
shield?
question. Are you a heretic,
Hmm?
George? Are you going to commit blasphemy?
For the first turn, you do have Gareth's bonus, which is I think a D4 to your AC.
Blasphemy.
Let's see.
We,
Yes.
Chera had that, right?
No.
No, you.
Puts it on you. He's your armor, dude.
I mean, sure, but yeah, that's fair.
So for the first turn,
I thought he would.
1. You have a bonus of +1 to your AC.
Okay.
Until the.
Worth it.
Let's see, what is it?
No, wait. I don't want to get copy strike by Nintendo.
Gareth gains the same benefit he bestows on another creature, cannot grant more than one at a time.
I mean,
Is there a time limit to it?
the AC.
Yeah.
Yeah, there is. It says like
Where?
at the end of it. I
You
think
need to
all
roll
the
A
for
creature
abilities-
wearing medium armor is granted a rune gains 1d4 bonus to their AC. Oh, at the bottom, yeah.
At the bottom.
Any runes effect lasts until the end of Gareth's next turn. So we'll say till the end of your next turn.
But he doesn't have a turn, so it never happens. Oh.
Actually, it would have already
No, it
gone
will
away.
be. During this first turn, you'll have it, and at the end of your we'll say in this circumstance, it will be the beginning of your next turn after your first
I
one.
will also
Otherwise, if
say.
your first initiative, it just ends.
I will also say, for the sake of this, I will not cast Shield of Fate, so I'm concentrating.
Okay. Let me grab rings.
Wings.
Angie, is there any spells you're casting before heading into combat?
Phoenix armor.
On you.
George is standing.
Good.
I mean, you're not the one getting hit, probably.
Yeah, no.
No, I will cast Phoenix. Barrow of the Phoenix.
On George?
Yeah.
How much,
Cool.
how much AC do you have
Grab
now?
a card for
Too much.
what it does exactly for you.
It would be nice to know exactly what it does, yes.
It's plus 3 AC, right?
Yeah.
No.
Plus 2
I don't
AC.
think so. The card is in my
Right, the
drawer.
In my dwarf. In my dwarf. The card is stuck in my dwarf.
What level do you cast it on?
6.
Just I believe it's second.
No,
Yeah.
it's-
7th.
lowest level is second.
Then it's 2
I
plus AC,
don't
right?
upcast it.
Okay.
An
Let's
8th
see.
level spell.
For the next minute, as long as she's concentrating, you have a +3 to your armor class.
It's a
Yeah,
plus
so
3?
I will do this
Yeah.
3 at second level.
when
Because Shield of Faith is longer duration, lower level,
That's
and for
fair.
10 minutes, and for 2 AC. So this is
How
second
mu-
level.
how much AC
short
do you have?
duration.
Right now, with the bonus, it's 30.
so
Much?
I will do
Jesus.
this
30.
when
Fucking
30
right.
I will stand next to George, and when something happens, my first reaction is to do that.
Oh my god.
Sorry, what'd you say, Angie?
I mean, you could just.
Is that no, because it's a minute, and if I'm still
No,
walking
I'll allow you to do
towards
it
them-
right before it, because it is basically right before.
Yeah,
So don't worry about it. It's, you
yeah. I'm not doing anything for myself.
okay?
Wait,
Wait, you have +2
I
for-
am.
Oh, one second. Yeah.
I will use the finger I got from Zira.
Okay.
And eat it.
No, and start casting. What's it called again? The delayed fireball.
If you want to do that, that would have to start in your first turn.
Yeah, but I will grab the finger.
Okay.
It's gross.
Just to be sure. Okay.
Yeah.
You have +2 from Shield of Faith.
What's
+3
your
for-
what's your regular armor?
Yeah.
class?
What's your regular AC?
Regular AC is 23.
Okay, because that's plate armor plus shield, which brings you to 20.
Yeah.
+2 from
Bonuses from my
Forge
class.
Cleric, so that's 22. Okay, then we get 5 from Shield of Faith and Barrier of the Phoenix, so that's 27. Then 1 from Gareth, that's 28. How do you get the last 2?
Well, one from the shield, from the new shield as well.
Okay, that's 29.
29.
29 plus. I have 23 regular AC because I'm pretty sure you gave us the options of a boon or.
Oh, you have the
ability.
you have
Oh.
the
And I
fighting
have
style,
The fighting
the
style.
armored fighting style. That gives you a 30 AC.
So,
But
and
at
if
the-
I have Borge,
At the start of your next turn, it will only be a 29.
right? But if I activate
Damn.
Borge, it will be a 30 again.
Oh damn!
Christ.
Next turn you could be hit so easily with the
And
29.
if I heal someone,
Technically, I could cast.
Fucking hell. No,
I could get, like,
no,
a-
you did it at second
Barrier of
level.
Phoenix on 7th level.
No, you did it at second level. You did it at second level.
right? And if I
I
don't
did.
use,
I did.
we're getting close to with all the shenanigans of items that I could in a turn have up to 40 AC at this point.
Oh my god!
Nice.
That's
If Garrett rolls a little
insane.
higher,
That's insane. It's just not.
I mean, you could still roll a natural 20. I could still hurt.
I mean,
30 AC isn't going to save you from a dex save, so at least I have that.
Sure, but I have at least a plus on that now.
Yes.
it's very funny to think
Not the
that
best plus, but it's good.
when a commoner tries to hit you, it's just not possible. unless
Yes, it
they
is. 5%
crit.
chance.
There's a
Yeah.
5% chance.
Yeah,
he
there's a 5%
could hit.
chance. But like any creature, like even a cat could hit you.
Go ahead,
5% chance.
Everybody, and roll for initiative.
Hell yeah, let's go.
That was a interesting way.
Please roll.
Wow, that's
Why did Hanef roll better
7.
than me?
Oh.
Alright, 25 to 20.
Yeah,
Womp womp.
20 to 15.
16 for me, and
a kick below that with a 15.
15 to 10.
11 for George.
13 for Hanef.
I have a 10.
Alright, so it will be Chera, Akiak, enemy. Hanef, George, enemy, Angie. Sorry, Angie, enemy at the end. Not. So there you go. Oh wait, I realized you cannot see the battle map. Let me move you.
Thank you.
You're about to fall. No. Sweet. Let's see. What shall I do with my first turn? I don't know. I'll probably hit something.
Exciting.
Exciting stuff.
Grandiose choice,
Is
my
that clear
pal.
for you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Indubitably.
Hey, cool. In that case, top of the round.
Indubitably.
Chera, you were the one walking into this. They're not surprised, surprisingly,
Neither are we.
as they begin to emerge from behind the rocks. What do you want to do?
I will wage as a bonus action.
You get angry. They were-
Rawr.
Roar.
Rawr.
Rawr.
I guess banishment.
Chera. Gone.
Ra-
Fair.
I could beat you up. Gone.
Ah, yes. If you're first in the initiative order, your speed is increased by 20 feet instead. And if your first attack hits, it's considered a critical hit.
What the hell is that?
It's the
That's the dusk maiden
Yeah,
armor.
Sure, right.
is it armor? It's clothing, right?
It's a cloak.
Robe of the Dusk Maiden or something?
Yeah, it's a robe, but it's a wondrous item.
What's it called? Is it just called the Dusk Maiden?
Dusk maiden.
Yeah, it's like it's like fancy, somewhat fancy desert clothing.
I wage as a bonus action. I already did that.
Yes, you
I
did.
run up to the closest. No, the furthest one.
Yeah, that's fair.
The furthest one.
Look at that one specifically there. That one
That'll
would
be
the
here.
5, 10,
Yeah.
15, 20,
I run away.
25. 25 you technically, we'll have to say that you do have to be here.
I mean, I have like.
Yes, you have a lot of movement, I know.
I have. At this point, I have 65 feet of movement.
Well, Zira, Gareth, Bosco watch from and Clay watch from a distance.
I will enhance my
You
attacks.
engage. Enhance your attack, very well.
And then recklessly attack this first troll. First attack.
Is the Dust Maiden legendary, or is that very rare?
Wondrous.
No, that's the type of item.
Very rare.
Very rare. Makes sense.
We don't have
Yes, you do. Zero has one.
A 20.
The Scarab is legendary. The automatic succeed on necromancy saving throws.
Oh.
It's the one legendary item.
It's
You have one
like-
artifact. The Tome of Organic
11.
Reconstruction is an artifact.
Wait, that's +2 then. Wait.
What is?
No, I was like. The Tanfas +1 bonus to attack rolls. Yeah, okay.
Damn.
villages 26. My
Hits.
first attack. Hell yeah, that's a crit immediately.
Mm-hmm.
So that's normal dice, brutal critical. Brutal critical dice doesn't get doubled, right?
No, I don't think they get doubled.
Okay.
You add them to your crit.
Yeah. So 5d6.
Ew.
Two sixes at least.
Okay. I thought only one six.
It's 10, 16,
I
17,
think that's perfectly average.
17, plus 9. So
26.
26 points of damage for the first attack.
Okay, one sec.
Fine.
That hurts. As you walk up to him and just like they kind of like becomes a merge, and you just take off the one and just deck one in the face before he can even fucking react.
Second attack.
Go for it.
28 to hit.
28.
Unfortunately, just normal, but enhanced. They were both enhanced, by the way.
Yes.
For 18 points of damage.
18 points of damage. Ow. That hurts as you just deck into this guy. That hurts a lot.
Well, that was the point. Now they should learn a lesson.
Learn them a lesson in humility.
And we'll learn them a lesson in owie. That's my
Alright.
turn, by the way.
Cool. At the end of your turn, it becomes a Kiak's turn.
I end my turn.
Okay. After that,
All right.
It's
Kiak
fine.
is.
you can shoot stuff.
Yeah, he does have range.
He does it. It's better than his melee.
This is like playing Ned,
It is.
Kind of.
but weaker.
Yes.
But
And
we-
less broken. Less broken.
I mean, at least I imagine you didn't do that. You didn't make him an exact copy of Ned. That would
I
be-
didn't make anything.
It is very similar. So
It's
I
a
know how to
crossbow
play him.
fighter, period.
Yes.
Not
We
every
all know how
crossbow
those
fighter
work.
is Ned.
But this
does
is a
have
heavy
normal-
crossbow.
He has a heavy, right?
Yeah, it's a heavy crossbow.
Yeah,
instead
see,
of-
so it's weaker. So
Why?
he
It's
goes
a D10.
here. So he goes like around. He's like,
10,
slow little dwarf.
30 here.
yes. He takes an eye on the other.
That rock, I'm
Cool.
afraid, for somebody his size, does not give him much cover.
That's like a quarter cover. Does that
Sure.
even exist?
No. We'll say from a direct attack, it would be half cover.
Yeah, I'm not. These guys are not gonna.
They
throw
stand there
anything.
with bows.
To be fair, they're not gonna like exactly.
Guns.
Anyway, he's gonna
With
shoot.
shotguns.
He's gonna shoot with his heavy crossbow,
Better get out of our property.
which is.
Is he going to sharpshooter?
Oh yeah, these guys probably have terrible AC.
So we found out it's not +8, it's a +7.
It's +7, but it's set.
Mm-hmm.
Unleash.
He has 3 attacks, right?
hope
I
not.
think so.
But I think so, yeah. I'm pretty sure at level 11 a fighter gets extra a third attack.
Okay. Yeah,
He
I don't-
also it also like he has crossbow mastery, so
I mean, I wouldn't
Yes,
know.
but that
'cause-
doesn't do anything for him.
it
for extra
removes the loading property.
attack. Yes.
Because otherwise he couldn't.
Otherwise. Although that's a stupid.
Zam. Okay, so the first one is a 24
Hits.
hit, I think.
I think everything above a 20 is probably an out.
Ooh! That's only a 9 to
Yikes.
hit.
9 does not hit.
And the last one is the same, 24.
24. Those hit. So the first 2 bolts strike their mark. The other one kind of like sinks into the fur, but didn't have enough force to really penetrate into the skin. Go ahead and roll for damage for those 2. And
I imagine the cold damage or whatever this thing does,
they are immune to
when you
cold.
hit with an attack using this magic sword,
Shut
That's
up.
a sword. No, there's a sword on top of it.
are
as
they
well.
immune to cold damage?
They are immune to cold damage. I was checking. Maybe they were resistant, but they are immune.
It's so fucking
That's
useless.
awesome. Okay, what does the
Wait, there's a
quiver do
room
anything?
there?
There's a little alcove.
Oh.
Does that little quiver do anything of his?
The effective. No, that just allows him to carry a lot more stuff.
Okay.
He chose it. I didn't.
So that would be. Damn. Okay.
30.
45 points of damage.
I don't know.
I mean, it's 30
Yeah.
damage flat. Because
Yep.
of the sharpshooter.
So 45.
45. Very well.
Nice.
That's 45 points of
That
damage.
makes both of them look about the same after just 2 of these arrows sinking into their bodies. Those are good shots. Anything else for Akiak?
Don't know what he could do as a bonus action, so no.
Cool. I don't think he has much for his bonus action.
How heavy would a troll be?
Heavy?
What are you gonna do, trolling?
I'm
I
about
want
the
to
same as
suplex a
horse.
troll.
You can't throw a horse.
I mean, I'm pretty strong.
Yes, you're pretty strong. No one can throw a horse. Even the strongest man in the world can't throw a horse.
Could a hill
Like
giant
it's
throw a horse?
nothing, you know?
I mean, there's only one
try
way
in
to.
the same way that like humans can throw children.
There's only one way to try, isn't there?
Well, first it is some of the trolls' turns. This one is gonna waddle over here.
Hello, troll.
Damn, it
Water,
looks.
What?
That face. It
It
looks
is
like
some
Barney.
of my best painting work. Okay.
It looks like Barney. No, it's not even a painting word. It's just he looks like Barney from Simpsons.
Oh, I don't know that one.
Who can make a convincing
Both of them-
burping sound?
Both of them do heal a little bit. You see their wounds begin to close themselves.
Angie, you must burn them.
Fireball.
Fireball. Oh wait, that's copyrighted.
Yep.
So it's just,
Hey, they're going to each make 3 attacks against you.
what? That's
Hey,
broken.
what's the other enemy then?
You don't know?
Figure that out. It's probably in the cave.
Maybe.
You don't know?
Probably a cave troll.
They've got a
Hiding.
cave troll.
Let's see. They're going to make 1 bite attack and 2 claw attacks against you each. So first bite attack at advantage. That's a crit.
That's good.
So 1 bite attack is a
Hit
crit.
me.
Second is a claw attack. That's probably going to miss for a 14.
Yes.
Second claw attack is going to hit, I think, with a 25.
I'm not George.
No, that's true. Another 25 for the next bite attack.
Okay.
25
1
hits
claw
you.
attack again. A
Pathetic.
dirty 20.
Hits me.
So that's 2 claw attacks, 2 bites. And this is going to miss with a 12.
Yes.
So 1 bite, one of which is a crit. Or 2 bites, one of which is a crit, and 2 claw attacks.
Yes.
Right.
Let's see how long this armor is useful for me.
Right. They're immune to cold, so that's not going to do much, I'm afraid.
Wow.
So the damage effect is not going to do anything?
I mean,
It's going to.
it's fun though.
That's
It's a shield.
true.
It's temporary hit points.
It's more the temporary hit points, yeah. I don't really care about the cold damage.
I mean, the cold damage will be nice.
Would be really good.
If they
but
weren't immune.
Not everything was immune or. Mostly immune, but sometimes resistant.
Like, wouldn't it be much better to carry weapons of fire here?
It probably would.
You would think they would evolve like fire weapons.
I mean,
They're-
Angie just doesn't want that to happen right now
they're
because
clearly
she's
all too
vulnerable to
stupid.
fire damage.
Okay, that's fair, but like,
The first bite attack that was a crit.
yes.
It's probably going to get rid of that.
It's probably why Remora's is like an apex predator here.
Yeah, probably.
Actually deals damage.
That's
I mean, that's
10.
probably that makes a lot of sense.
That's 20. It's 23. 27 points of damage, halved to. Doesn't get rid of the armor.
Doesn't get rid of the armor.
27 points of damage, halved to 13.
Yeah.
You'd be surprised how long it would take to get rid of 30 hit points.
Yeah.
For Shira. That's like 3 to 4 hits.
That was the
Yeah.
first bite attack.
That's the first-
We'll go for the second bite attack. That is significantly less because it's not a crit. 11, 12, 13.
Wait, is that correct? Oh no, wait. It's 45. Yep. No.
Alright, 17 points halved to 8.
All
with the
right.
second bite attack.
So I get the effect twice then.
Yes, it would just
It's
deal
a
15 damage
But
twice.
it doesn't do anything.
No, but because they are immune to cold.
Yeah, okay, but that's fair.
It'll be good in Humunda, I promise.
Yes.
But it's also really cold underground. So.
Oh, they're all gonna be immune again.
Oh no.
um,
No, they'll just deal
Well, just-
psychic damage or something.
Just devils. They'll all be resistant to cold and immune to fire, and then we're just.
devils are not resistant to cold.
They definitely are.
Not
I
all of
double checked, and they are.
them. They're not.
All of them are.
No, they're not.
Literally all of them are.
Demons are, not devils.
Devils are.
No, they're not.
Yep. You can check it if you want after this.
I will.
Don't tell the guy who ran a burn.
Yeah, that's true.
And then two claw attacks
Yes.
that hit you. Let's see, those are just 2 of those. Oh, and 2 of those.
For anyone watching, I have 37 temporary hit
Yeah.
points left.
10, 15, 19, 22. Yes, 22 points halved to 11
All right.
from the first claw attack. And I need to make a constitution saving throw.
Against poison?
Nope.
Shit. Against the weather?
Nope.
Damn. 20, 30.
That's a success. Second claw attack, I do need to make another constitution saving throw.
Yeah, go for it.
15 halved to 7 points of damage.
14. For the
14.
7 points of damage, you said?
Yes.
19 temporary hit points still remaining.
You feel your muscles begin to tense slightly,
Cool.
and you have disadvantage on your attack rolls until the end of your next turn.
I'll just use Reckless anyway.
Sure, but it's only a straight roll.
Yeah.
That's their turns. After that, Hanef.
Heroic enough. What will he do? What will he do?
What will he do?
10, 15, 20, 25. He will stand there, grab his heavy crossbow and shoot it. Shoot the foul beast.
Go for it. He doesn't
but-
actually have to move to be able to do that.
No, but I want to make melee attacks with him.
Oh, okay.
His speed is just awful. I mean, that's a 24.
24 hits.
Hell yeah. 1d10 plus 2. 6 damage.
6 damage?
6 damage.
6 points of
Heroic enough. He charges in.
6
Shoots
points
for 6
to that
damage.
one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm helping.
Helping. Help me.
We're not
You can't do that.
finished.
Alright, and that runs forward, loaded crossbow in hand, fires, managed to hit his target.
Hell yeah.
It's less impressive than Akiak's crossbow shot, so I'm afraid. But he helps.
He's doing something.
He's helping.
Is that his turn?
Yeah, that's his turn. I also
After
forgot
that,
to
George.
do his hit dice. I'll do that right now for twice.
All the allies are currently at full.
Oh, okay. That's fine by me too.
Because there were like 2 knights that passed since the last fight.
Alright.
George is not fast enough,
That is true.
but I can get there.
Just go faster.
I'm still depressed, but now I'm famished.
Can't outrun it.
Just gonna walk forward.
I'm gonna
or-
try to
Just
outrun
gonna walk
depression,
straight
guys.
forward.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25,
Hell yeah.
30, right?
Yep.
30.
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
And then you
boy.
can do the jump thing. You have the cricket legs.
Yes.
It does give you the extra movement.
I can't hit him. So,
Wish you can.
yeah, but I can't hit him. Hit him.
I'm gonna hit him.
I'll
with
cast
Eldritch Blast.
Spiritual Weapon.
Eldritch
Spiritual
Blast.
Spiritual Weapon.
Why the fuck did I put my...
At
Oh.
4th level. Because it's gonna hit.
Definitely.
Definitely.
100%.
100%.
100%.
Will hit.
We'll never miss
No.
again.
0 chance to miss.
It
If
will,
it
don't
even appears.
No.
spiritual weapon will never miss again.
It will not even appear.
It will
That's
not
how hard
even
it will
appear
not-
to miss because it's so fast.
It is invisible to the
It's
eye.
invisible to the naked eye.
I don't know where my spell effects are.
Neither do I.
They have gone.
So, spiritual weapon will now
Disappeared.
be...
A D4.
Does that mean it hits
Oh, wait,
more?
no. I had to open the drawer a little further.
Ah, you had to open the drawer.
It can be a hammer. Where is it?
Somewhere.
It is, well, it is here.
Jung. Do
It
not
will
worry,
hit.
friend.
The
It will
one
definitely hit.
I can see
Go for it.
most appropriately. I don't have any type of advantage, nor disadvantage. So the hit will be a 18.
18 does hit, yes.
Yes.
You have a
Okay.
plus 11, don't you?
No.
Yeah, you do.
Plus 10. Right?
This is your last cheat.
That is true. So technically it's a 19. Fair.
19 does hit.
I do have a plus 10.
18 also, but it doesn't matter.
So that means, wow. It's gonna take the full
Damn.
15 points of force damage.
Damn.
15 points of force.
With
That's a lot of force.
a bit of jiggle. Oh wait, it has fur.
It has fur. That brings that one down to bloodied.
Would they have
That
resistance
one-
against bludgeoning damage though?
No, because they're not actually this fat.
That one also would
But
need
the
to
fur,
make a dex saving throw because I can't cast 2 spells unfortunately.
Natural 1.
Awesome.
What kind of trolls are these? Like
The
the
miniatures?
miniatures, yeah.
Venom trolls.
Venom trolls.
Venom.
I'm pretty sure you guys have fought venom in the
We
the
fought
swamps?
one
in the caves to the Hydra in the swamps.
Oh right. Oh right. Yeah.
fought that exact same one.
Yeah.
I don't know actually if you were there.
Yeah, you may not have been there.
I don't,
17
I don't remember.
17?
points of radiant damage
Damn. You
From
did more.
what?
from Sacred Flame.
Oh, you guess 17?
You did more damage than the sacred.
Yikes. Yeah, I was
Than
like, it
the
did more
spiritual
damage
weapon?
than the spiritual weapon.
Yeah, it's more dice. So-
God,
Okay.
upcasting
As I
this
said,
shit is
that
not
one
really
is
that
looking
useful.
bloodied and starting to look worse by the moment.
Good.
Is that your turn?
yes.
Angie,
Fire
what do you
ball.
want to do?
Turn the wood little that Angie is towards the camera. Because now make this is not a concentration spell. Cone of cold. Do you have the
I mean, Cone of Fire?
thing for that?
I don't hope you're gonna cast Cone of Cold.
She doesn't have Cone of Cold.
Cone of
That's
fire.
Cone of cold would be so
I don't
useful.
have a cone for Cone of Fire, I'm afraid.
Yeah, you do.
But you can definitely hit them.
Not that big.
Oh.
I have 30 feet cones. These are this has to be 60 feet.
Well, not from here, I suppose.
See, I'm assuming you want to catch them. You don't really care about your allies because
Yeah.
you can exclude him. Alright. Let's see.
Would I get
10, 20.
We're not gonna get
She has to
healing.
catch up. 10,
I don't need healing.
Exactly.
30,
Not yet,
40.
anyways.
50,
Maybe next turn.
60. You have to move here.
But would they all be in the?
All of your allies would be within the cone, and the enemies would be within the cone.
Okay. Then I'll
As
cast
you just-
the.
Just blast this whole passageway. The entire width
Wait.
of it just fills with flame.
Did you tell us about the...
Yes, because you've been fireballed last session.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot about that. I was on the toilet right then when it happened.
And it is a.
But it's more funny.
Dexterity save from both of them, right?
Constitution.
Oh, no, there should be dexterity saves because Constitution is from Cone of Cold because it's cold damage,
Oh wait,
but
yeah,
fire
no,
damage.
Sorry.
Fire damage is dex save, which is good because they're worse at dex. Dex is a 9 for this guy, and an 11 for that guy. So both of them fail.
Can they even make it? Do they have
That's
a plus?
No, I don't think
34 points of fire damage.
How much?
34.
34.
It was a nice heat.
34.
Feels like I'm back home.
That's really bad.
forge.
Yeah, how does that feel for us standing inside the fire?
Warm.
Just warm, just
Warm.
a flash heat around you for warmth, which is maybe uncomfortable in the winter clothing you're in, but it's
Like who?
gone within a couple of seconds. Angie, you do light these trees on fire.
No.
Whatever little bits of them remain are on fire.
Okay.
Damn.
And then
I mean, if you push
they are
onto each of them
within,
now, they
within
fuck
60
fire
feet
damage.
now, right?
How much?
They are within 60 feet, right?
Everybody, yes.
Is the one looking worse than the other?
Yes, this one is almost fucking dead. The other one
Oh, wait.
could maybe survive that cone of fire again.
Or
Maybe.
is it 30 feet?
The horn is 30 feet.
Yeah. Oh.
You can't be horny on man. I'm
Can
sorry.
I use distance spell for the horn?
No, because it's not a spell.
It's an effect.
Yeah, that's
Roll. Is it?
It's a magic item.
Magic item, man.
Anyhow, I still wanted to do a firebolt
You could
Okay.
to the one.
you could still move closer.
A little bit.
Yeah, but not that they are within 30 feet. of
You
me.
move 10 feet.
No, you can only move 20 more feet, so that if there's 60 feet in between, then they're not going to
Yeah.
get 30. But go ahead and make an attack roll. I will say because there's allies in between, they'll have half cover, so +2 to their armor class, which makes them really tanky.
28?
Yeah, okay, they don't have a 28. That's insane. Who would have a 28 armor class? Go ahead
Yeah,
and roll.
who would?
I'm assuming this is against the one that's more damaged, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, go for it.
20 points of fire damage.
28.
This one collapses to the ground
Damn.
after being hit with that firebolt, not being able to survive the arrow shots, the sacred flame, the hammer, the fucking blast of fire, and then this little orb of fire just hits him in the side of the head, and he collapses to the ground. As that is the last bit that he could take. Is that your turn, Angie?
Yeah.
Very well.
No.
Now Giga Troll will enter.
Troll.
You know the frost.
Oh fuck.
Oh, foam.
You have to pay the toll to Giga Troll.
Oh, that's so bad. So bad.
No.
The Giga Toll for the Giga Troll.
I wanted 2 gold.
2 million billion zillion gold.
Yes.
Okay. Stupid.
And 25 silver.
You don't see it.
20,
Many of you don't see it.
99 silver.
But there is a troll in the cave.
Oh no!
Oh no, a cave troll.
And you see
There's
there's a small arcane flash that happens from within. And this area just gets... There's just a burst of snowflakes. Just gentle snowflakes that fly in every direction. Relatively slow. I need everybody except for Chera to make a wisdom saving throw or
Get
become slowed.
fucked. Oh, get fucked.
Which will give you a
wisdom save.
-2 penalty to your armor class.
Oh no.
No! I might not succeed!
Oh no.
Oh no. Hanef definitely doesn't succeed.
It is concentration.
Kick. We'll probably succeed? I don't know.
It's not great at wisdom saves.
What's his wisdom?
That's
+2.
decent, I think.
What is wisdom?
What is wisdom?
Weirdly enough, it's the same roll as me.
Damn.
Because of motherfucker.
Alright, Angie, what'd you get?
7.
7. You are slowed. I'll tell you in a second what that means. Akiak and George.
Both 16.
Both 16.
Depends how well of a wizard or sorcerer
He's
you
not a
made
wizard.
him.
He's a
16.
warlock.
Yeah.
That's a success. Both of you succeed.
Yes!
Hanef.
A 10.
Hanef is slowed.
Ooh.
Which means, for the duration, let's see, speed is halved. -2 penalty to your armor class and dexterity saving throws. You can't use reactions. And on your turn, you can only use an action or a bonus action, not both, regardless of any abilities. And you can't make more than 1 melee attack per turn. Melee attack? Melee or ranged attack, so only 1 attack. Alright,
Bap, bap, bap.
then the troll will move. 5, 10, 15.
I just gets the fuck out.
So we go there, behind all the rocks.
Like I assume
After
the
that,
opening. I assume the opening of the cave is bigger than it looks here.
There is no
No,
opening.
it is that small. They would have to. They would be. It would consider them. To. They would have to squeeze to get
Oh,
through.
okay. Okay. Well.
And while squeezing, they have disadvantage. but
Squeeze. Squeeze.
they're-
I start punching.
Shira. Let's see. At the start of the troll's turn,
You die.
you feel there is a very cold energy radiating from them.
At the start of its turn?
At the start of the. No, I mean that's
You should have already
continuously.
done.
But at the start of their turn, if somebody starts their turn within
Okay.
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 a
At the
certain
start
area
of
the
my
creature,
turn.
you
That makes
suffer damage
Oh no.
as they carry a cold aura with them.
Oh no.
Oh no, I'm immune to cold.
If only you were.
I'm only
That's
resistant.
11 points, half to 5 points
no.
of cold damage.
My temporary hit points. They're almost gone. I will start punching the troll in front of me.
Go for it.
Recklessly, I must add. Which is just
Important detail, otherwise you would never hit him.
exactly.
Straight rolls.
Awful. Terrible.
21, I think. Yes.
21.
Yes.
That still hits.
Can you
The
miss
second?
these guys?
What was the die roll?
8.
8 becomes 21?
Can you even miss these guys when it's at the natural one?
Is it plus 13 to hit?
I have a plus 11 standard.
I feel like you can't even miss these
I have a
guys.
6.
Yeah, and they have the tonfas, which
I have a
plus two
6.
weapons.
Yeah, I have a 6 plus 5, which
Yeah,
is
cool.
11 with the tonfas.
Second attack?
Higher for 25.
Also hits. Go ahead and roll for damage.
Yeah. So that is, let's see, 9. Oh no, wait, that's that's 27 points of damage in total
Okay.
for the 2 attacks. And then I'm
It's not
gonna
looking great. We could definitely not even survive half of that.
I'm gonna flurry of blows.
Never mind. It's gonna die.
Next attack. It's a 7, so that only is a dirty 20.
Okay.
And the next flurry of blows is a does a 30 hit.
30 hits?
Okay, well. For the same damage, 27 points of damage. But this is not magical, so.
Also, this it doesn't matter. As long as it's not cold. Also, that troll collapses to the ground. Very, very, very much dead. Anything else you want to do?
Can I, in my when I kill it, can I be like, I want to run on top of it and like, as my last attack, kick it to the ground and then
Sure.
end up in front of the cave.
You go up against the troll.
I do.
Do-do-do.
I run up and
Knee him in the face. You step into the entrance of the cave. There you see the other troll.
You'll.
The only difference is they have a staff.
Oh damn. magic troll. I want to
Magic troll.
go next to it.
That's the best you're gonna get. I
Yeah,
can't put you
it-
underneath exactly.
I'll be next to it.
I mean, you are already. You're in that square.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
You went reckless, but you no longer have the disadvantage on attack things. So
Hell yeah.
there we go. After Chera, a Kiak.
A Kiak will do
A kayak.
what he will do best.
What does he do best?
He will move into
Kayaking.
the cave, doing 10, 20, and then 30, and
This-
go here.
Okay. What does
Guess
he do
what
then?
he's gonna do?
Tell
A
me.
shoot.
3 shots, obviously with sharpshooter,
Of course.
because otherwise
But his magical staff is going to block every one of them.
might. I don't care. First one will be a 21 to hit.
21 hits.
Second one, a 12 to hit.
Yeah.
12 also hits. Or sorry, no, 12 doesn't. Sorry, 12 doesn't hit.
Yeah.
And then the last one, a 16.
Just hits.
Okay.
I'm getting so used to everything hitting. I'm just like, yeah, it hits.
Yeah. I feel that.
That's not great. 40 points of damage.
That's not great. 40 points of damage. Sure.
We're
That's from
definitely.
a fucking matter of perspective, isn't it?
It will, how many commoners would I kill? Like 10?
10, yeah.
That would pierce 10 commoners.
You could like
Just
line them up,
line them.
line them up, and
Yes.
just like.
That's
Is
normal
that his
behavior.
turn? Is that the end of his turn?
Yes.
Okay. After Ikiak, it is not those guys, because they're dead. It is Hanef's turn, who is slow.
Is he?
Hell yeah.
I
Or
mean,
he
after
may not
those
be.
hits.
Right, because each of them was 20 damage, right? It's 2 attacks. Doing 40 damage.
No, one was.
One was 18,
Yeah.
and the other was 7 plus 15, so that's 22.
Okay, so 1 DC 10, 1 DC 11.
Yeah.
Okay. They have decent constitution,
Yeah.
but I rolled a 2. So, no.
He's not slowed anymore. Oh my god.
No longer slowed, I'm afraid.
I don't think he can see the troll either way.
Well,
With 25,
matter.
5, 10,
he saw
15,
you head in there and the
25,
Kiak run into the cave, so...
5, 10, 15, 20.
Oh, you mean you can't reach?
10, 15, 20, and 25. I don't think
I
he
mean,
can
if
see
he's
it from
if he's
here.
here, he can shoot at it with
Yeah.
his half cover then,
5,
but you can shoot at it.
15, 20, 20. He can be there, I guess.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
Hell yeah. I will shoot at the troll.
Go for it.
Yes. I will shoot.
Certainly try.
Ah. That's
you
pretty
can probably
decent.
succeed.
With a 22, I think it does.
Yes, that hits, even with half cover.
Ah, yes. 6 points of damage.
6 points of damage is 6 points of damage.
That's enough.
Very close to bloodied. Very close to bloodied.
Yes. Hanef is definitely the MVP in this combat.
He is. After Hanef, it's George. Your walking tank.
Yes,
Not
I'm
been
a
attacked
walking
yet.
tank. Hit me, someone. Angie, shoot something at me. Make me feel cool.
Somebody attack me, please.
You should have volunteered to
I'm gonna
go
here,
up.
George. The spiritual weapon goes
5,
where
10, 15,
Chera
20,
stands. So figure that out.
30 gets you here. It's in the same spot
Put it
as
there,
Chera,
yeah.
very well.
And first, he has a lot of cover, so just make the deck safe. Or fail it, preferably.
Natural 1. So yes,
Yes.
I will fail it.
Yeah, 15 again. 15 points of radiant damage.
That brings him quite a bit past bloodied.
And then the hammer. Hammer
Oh my God.
time.
Hammer
26
Hits.
for
Wow.
9 points of force damage.
Wow.
9 points of force damage.
That was so worth it.
That's worth fort level, eh?
Yeah.
That one extra damage.
How much damage did it do previous turn? Like 15?
It was way better.
As you walk in through the little cave opening, you see a troll inside. First, a burst of radiant flame detonates from underneath until the hammer then swoops out of the cave wall, slamming against it. It is not looking great. It
Yeah, it's my
is
turn.
not doing great at all. And even on top of that, it becomes Angie's turn. Angie, what do they want to do?
Can Angie see it?
Can't Angie
No.
just
Not right now. No.
can't Angie just fireball us?
Yeah.
That
You
would
could
hit
send a
it.
fireball in here.
I mean, it could.
I like the guys
It,
playing the game, but can I play the game?
of
That's
course,
true.
of course.
Sorry.
Thank you. I'll move towards the cave.
Okay. Let's see. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 gets you into the cave opening.
'Cause I'm still slowed, right?
Nope.
No.
Sh-
Oh, no,
Akia
that's
broke
okay.
concentration on slow.
Okay, no, that's fine. I missed that. Yeah, fireball.
Yeah, okay. The minimum amount of people you can hit is 2. So Chera and Akia would be in the blast, but you know, so you guys could heal if you want to.
I'm not.
I
I've
know.
not lost health.
I know. Akia has neither. Yeah. The troll. Ooh, I rolled an 18, which becomes a 17.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
What's your DC again, Angie?
I believe it was
I think it's a 20 now.
Is it 20? I think.
20, yeah?
Yeah.
Damn.
That's
Okay.
really high. Like I said, I don't think they can save against
Fireball,
Angie.
This
fireball.
will just fail.
Some
Yeah,
good
that's
shit.
30 points. Oh, that's only 30 points of damage.
Oh no. 30 points of damage?
Yeah.
Angie, how do you want to do that?
Yeah.
I'll just like flick my wrist like and
Casually.
spark.
Flicking my wrist.
As Angie comes walking into the cave, everybody's fighting this troll. She simply flicks her wrist, and with it, the little spark flies out, and it just, like a little fly, like a little firefly, makes its way over to the other side of the cave. At which point, it just roars into this ball of fire. Both Chera and Akia disappear in the flames for a second, but emerge unharmed, unlike the scorched troll body that collapses to the ground. The staff, the staff kind of disintegrating on that.
I have enough stats.
That works. Great job.
It's not magic; it's just a stick.
We done?
It's just a stick.
Why did he need to stick?
No, it is. It's a focus, but it's not
Sure.
magical.
Oh my god.
As the troll collapses to the ground, you all take a breath. Yeah, that ambush wasn't
No.
that big of an issue,
We
really.
haven't really been stopped breathing. We just calmly breathe still. Oh.
You guys,
That
No.
armor worked pretty well. I still feel good.
you guys could have walked back and went through the cave to
Can
not
I
deal with this.
punch George just for
Sure, go for it. Go ahead and try.
Hit me.
recklessly?
Sure.
I mean, you might hit me then.
I mean, I think I do with a 20. No, a 32.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
does
hit
it?
me.
Go ahead and roll. Go ahead and roll.
It's only 13 points of damage.
And then we killed 3 commoners.
Oh. Yep, that hit me.
You lose concentration.
I mean,
Yeah.
could be possible
The
technically.
Barrier of the Phoenix is also gone.
Yes, that does leave soon.
I mean, you wanted to be it, right?
Yeah, but you know, I was hoping you'd miss me.
I mean, it was pretty hard. I had to like find a crack in there.
Mm-hmm.
You really should do something about this giant dent that I just made in your armor.
Yeah, I'll definitely do something about that.
I'm gonna put Angie back on the shelf.
Not an elf on the shelf, but an Angie on the...
Sorcerer on the shelf.
A sorcerer on the... I don't know.
What?
Angie... How would you rhyme that properly?
You don't.
Maybe just use
Flangy.
the full name?
What?
Mangy...
You all can continue your travel, I guess. Not that bothered leaving a bunch of smoking corpses and 2 flaming bushes behind in the mountain pass.
Yeah, sure.
I want to see if they had anything at all.
No, they don't. Trolls don't carry anything with them. They had leather loincloths if you want to bring those. Actually, no, they don't because they have feather. These ones have fur, so no, they don't. The regular trolls do, but
And we burned all the fur.
you burned all the fur.
Like they should have like thought about it like a little bit more. Maybe because they're trolls.
They're
you know.
trolls.
Oh right. The rest, it's clear.
Yep.
The rest has been watching this from about, like, off the map, they've been about 60 feet away. So they've seen all that happen. They're like, okay, we can continue now. You guys continue.
We're
Eventually,
scarily powerful. We continue, yeah.
Yeah, the more that I think about it, we could walk in a town and we could raise it.
Probably. I think easily. Considering.
I mean, Engie could just,
Angie would destroy that town.
yeah.
Like a couple of those cones and like entire streets would be burning.
Oh, thank you. I guess.
Yeah, and you know, it looked like you were hit, but it doesn't.
I feel fine. I have not. I feel like I still have got some protection, even.
Akiak looks once again horrified at the people he's journeying with.
I mean, to be fair, I don't want to get hit by it.
That's also true.
Not that he would hit me with that, to be fair.
Only not sharpshooter.
Exactly. But then it's not that scary anymore without the sharpshooter.
30 AC. What the fuck?
Well, let's move on.
Yep.
Let's just, that happened.
I'm sure they're glad we're the good guys. Sometimes.
From a certain point of view, we are.
I mean, not from the Orcs' point of view, but we did help that city.
Yeah. You guys continue your travel. Eventually, the mountain pass gives way, and you once again begin to descend, which is significantly easier than the ascent you had to make this morning.
Do you still have your old shield?
Yeah.
Can I use it as a sled?
That is dangerous.
I kind of want to do it though.
This is so not a good idea.
Why do you need to? You really want to do this?
I mean, it's all the way down. Like, I kind of feel like that would go quicker.
I give Shara my old
Yeah,
shield.
yeah.
Okay.
Alright.
Don't lose it.
Well, see you on the way down, suckers.
There are rocks, and eventually, once again, trees on the way down. Go ahead and make a.
I've seen Shara just jump down heights.
Go ahead and make an acrobatics check with disadvantage.
Hell yeah.
I've seen
so
Shara
good.
jump down heights. She should not jump down. So you know what?
This is not falling. This is crashing.
Yep. Well,
With disadvantage.
technically not worse.
Yes. A 5.
5.
You begin to go down, and you see like a little ledge, but it's not a ledge. It's a rock, and you
Oh,
don't
fuck.
manage to scurry out of the way.
Oh shit!
So you first crash against that rock before continuing.
Oh.
This is gonna deal more damage than the fucking trolls.
You just stare. More
I'm not even
dangerous.
raging, so.
That's true.
That's why it will deal more damage.
You suffer 20 points of bludgeoning damage in that case from crashing against the rock. Do you want to attempt to slow down?
I do.
Go ahead and make a. That would be an athletics check.
I'm good at those though. Oh,
Actually, no, it would be a strength saving throw, which is about the same. I
that's
think.
the same. 18.
Okay. After slamming against against the rock, you continue to drift and kind of like spin. And there's like more rocks and trees on the way down. You manage to dig in your heels and kind of like leave this like crease through the snow. Eventually, you do manage to slow down, and you kind of like roll off of the shield. Maybe it wasn't that great of an idea.
Ooh, ooh, oh. How far did I go from the rest?
About 200 feet.
I'll lay there for a second.
There's a small
ketchup.
pool of blood forming around Shara.
Is there?
I only lost like 6 HP, so
Yeah, technically.
there would be like a little bit of blood, but like a scrape.
Those kind of actions is what kills people in real life.
Yeah, I could like
But
do
not
that.
us.
I could do that like
600 times.
No, 8 more times.
Yeah, 8 more times.
We go down normally.
It takes you guys a while to catch up, but eventually you do.
I hold up the shield.
What I wanted to say, by the way, as you guys crest the edge of the mountain pass, you look down and you see there are like 2 mountain ranges on either side that kind of create this path, but off in the distance you see that they widen into a larger space. George, go ahead and make a perception check for
That
me,
was
please.
really fun.
I will give you advantage on this one.
How big of a dent is in the shield?
It's like almost fucking folded in half.
I give you like a
the outside of the shield has like if this is a shield and you hold it like this, it's been formed inward.
It's
like across the
it's
entire
like a
line.
quarter.
How does this happen?
Rock. Oh.
It's the only answer.
This has blocked like whatever.
Oh, it was very fun. You should try. I would say try it, but like there's no sled anymore. A shield.
I would say you owe me a shield.
Oof.
20.
20.
Yeah, I can make
In
you
the
a better
distance,
shield.
the open space you see is largely forested, but through the crevice between the 2 mountain ranges, you see in that larger open space behind it there is a large lake.
Oh.
What you also see is at the
Giant dragons.
area where the mountain ranges stop being so close and open up. On the right side of that, from your perspective, which would be the western side, there is a small, pretty noticeable, with a 20 at least, plume of smoke rising up.
Oh shit! It's a gallon.
And you see what is probably some type of structures at the base of that, following that smoke trail down.
Is that the outpost or the?
Akiak would know it's not the colony, at least, and he would also know that last time he was here, it was not here.
Isn't anything at this point?
That is true. He knows that it's at least more recent than 200 years. So
That's awesome. Thanks, guide.
he knows how to get you here. Okay, he doesn't know a whole lot about what happened here in the past
Mhm.
150 years.
Yeah. How long ago was the colony again there?
It was founded 200 years ago.
Exactly. Might not even be there anymore.
That's true. You don't know.
I'm just saying it doesn't bring a lot of confidence that he's going the right way if he doesn't know anything.
Well,
Were these
Just a
mountains at least here?
yes, the mountains were there
Okay, that's
before.
good.
And the lake was there before as well.
Awesome. Okay, there's at least something.
He would be able to tell you that the colony is on the opposite side of the lake from where you're
Okay.
currently standing.
Are we moving there? I mean, yes, right?
What do you mean with there? The colony
The
or
place. The buildings.
You could. Angie, what do you think? As the only other character currently awake.
I mean, we are.
Look, we could maybe resupply on things. Not that it's necessary, but it wouldn't be bad to have some friendly faces around here.
Fair point.
Then we at least know there is a place we could go if things go bad.
Yeah, I don't see a reason why not. I guess.
Wait,
Mhm.
the elves we had seen, weren't they going the same way?
I think so. Yeah.
Weren't they speaking of some place they were going?
I don't remember.
No. Well, might be them.
Yeah.
Right.
We can,
They
we
were
can
going
look.
to an outpost south of where you were. They just, the moment they left in the same direction as you, but they traveled faster because there's only 2 of them.
We don't see their tracks, do we?
No, it was snowstorming while you met them, so no.
Alright.
Oh, like that.
I guess we move to the outpost.
Aiming for that specifically, you will arrive there later in this day. So as you begin to descend the mountain, eventually at the bottom of it, the sun begins to set behind the distant mountains. You see when it does begin to set that it creates this like beautiful, almost like a gateway. The mountains on either side opening up to the valley beyond it. That's where the only last bits of sunlight come through, until eventually darkness takes over, and you guys are maybe a mile or two before you would reach the outpost. So you would travel through the dark for a little bit, but you can do that relatively unbothered.
Alright.
When you get closer, you see a wall of stark white. You're not sure what kind of material it is, although actually as stone cutting you probably realize that it's some kind of almost marble wall on the outside.
Marble, okay.
Marble wall.
Wall?
I was thinking snow wall from the
Nope.
distance,
Yeah.
but
Same.
It is
that's
stone.
stone.
That's created in this like it's in a small crevice between two mountains. The wall reaches from one side of the outcroppings of the mountains to another, which create this like almost pizza-shaped inside area, in which you see a couple of these elven-looking buildings made of blue and white
I mean,
coloration.
that's probably it. Is there a gate or something?
There is a gate.
We'll walk up to the gate, I guess.
Okay. As you guys walk up to the gate, there are lights illuminating the space in front of it, and you see figures walk around.
I was imagining like those motion sensor lights. Like we
Yes.
walk up there and
No. They seem to be some bluish,
Searchlights.
almost.
yeah.
They seem to be some bluish magical light. They aren't torches either. But as you approach, you hear a voice call out in a language none of the people that are currently awake understand.
Nice.
What do you guys want to do about that?
Hello.
For the sake of Unravel Cast. Wait, I don't have to prepare because Zira has everything.
But you have the key.
I'll use the key, which is awkwardly standing there 10 minutes. And then I'll
We could've-
cast tongue.
We could have anticipated this.
You could have.
Sure.
Yeah.
We
In the
anticipated.
meantime,
You
they
cast
drop
tongues, at
their
which point-
weapons because
you
you weird people standing outside.
Just give us a moment.
you would realize them calling out, going, "Who are you, and what's your business?"
Hello there. You must be the elves. We met some of you not too long ago. We are just traveling.
They can like speak amongst one another for a moment
What
Sure,
are they
thank
saying?
before eventually turning back
Not
to you,
much
going,
now.
Well, yeah, I can hear that.
"Is you the group who met Ferrith
Oh,
and sent them on their direction in the snowstorm?"
Yeah. Oh wait, we don't know.
I'm sorry. His name goes, not. I don't remember his name exactly, but we did see two individuals in a snowstorm who we've directed. That's true.
Give us a moment. You wait a few moments before the
Talking about the guy. Guys.
large
Oh,
wooden
those-
gate within the
those
wall
fancy elves.
opens up, and it opens inward. Within it, you see a small group of Eladrin awaiting you. They beckon you to enter.
no, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
They
I
speak
like
to you-
kind of bow like.
They
Thanks.
speak to you once more, going, "We heard some group would be arriving. We are thankful for the aid you've provided our comrades. And they had offered you some sort of reward, as well as shelter for some time.
Mm-hmm.
That
Mhm,
you will
mhm.
have of us.
That's great.
Our leader is also interested in meeting you. It's up to you whether you wish to sleep for a night to meet him in the morning, or you would like to meet him this afternoon, or this evening still."
Well, a restock and a bit of rest in a actual place, and we could wash ourselves, Angie. That wouldn't be too bad.
Then that is what we will provide.
Wait, Angie. Yeah, actually, everyone understands me. So
Yeah. One of the Eladrin begins to lead you. You see
We
the
follow this guy or?
yeah, they
Ah.
offered us shelter.
Oh, great.
Because you helped the other guys.
There's a single larger building here, which you're not directed towards. There is 2 buildings of the same size, one of which you're being led towards, which you will find out is sleeping accommodations, as well as there is up against the wall of the mountain a large temple-like structure with signia that you do recognize as being a temple to Corellon, the elven deity. But what's more notable
Hey, they worship the same weird dudes.
than the temple is what stands beside it, which is this massive gate-looking structure made of just beautiful carved ice. But it's just a gate, and you can see the mountain wall behind it. You're not sure what it does, but it's there. It doesn't look like the blood portals you guys have seen, but it kind of has that vibe of just being a
doorway
gate,
somewhere.
doorway standing on its own. You're being led to one of the smaller 2 buildings, in which you are designated enough rooms for each of you to be gathered up in groups of 2 at least.
I mean, we do come with like a big ass party.
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
They direct you to to the large building if you wish to have food, which is available for you, and there will be the reward that was promised you will be given to you the following morning.
Oh. There's a reward besides getting bedding and food.
Apparently.
Figured that was a pretty good reward already.
Hmm?
There have showers around here or a bath?
They do. They have bathrooms in the sleeping quarter locations have their own
En
bathrooms.
suite.
No. Not every every building has a communal bathroom. Like
Ah,
every
okay.
building has maybe a dozen rooms or so.
Oh, okay.
George will also explain that he can only communicate him for an hour. After that, he can't understand him anymore, so he'd have to use more magic if they wish to say more or speak to them.
The one who led you, which is a companion of the one who entered, or met you at the gate, goes, "It may be necessary to use some more of that magic. Luckily, Fielas, our leader who wishes to speak with you, does speak the Dwarven tongue,
Oh,
That
which
is
should be
great.
beneficial to some of you.
very convenient. Yeah.
But it's good to let us know that. In that case, we will not be confused once more when we see you speak words we simply do not understand."
Yeah, just make sure you let me know if you want to say anything, otherwise it just goes by me. Yeah.
Will do.
Well, you could tell that Zera is like also knows probably.
Sarah's sleeping.
Well,
She's
yeah,
very
but
tired.
like when she wakes up.
Yeah, I mean, she might want to talk to them. She can do that if she wants.
You have the evening. Before you are permitted to leave, they do want to meet with, the leader does want to meet with you.
That's fine.
But until then, you have comfortable lodging, which actually restores everything. So those are no longer travel rules here.
Nice.
Is there anything anybody wishes to do this evening in this outpost specifically? So you guys did arrive past sunset. You didn't see a whole lot of people out anymore, except for in the temple you saw a couple.
Just start figuring out the shield thing.
Very well. In that case, you guys can all take a long rest without requiring the need for watches. However,
Would all be nice.
I would like for each 3 of you to roll something for me.
What?
You may not be in any danger, but it still needs stuff to be rolled, I'm afraid.
Death saving throw.
No,
Obviously.
let's start with Angie. Angie, could you go ahead and roll 2d10 for me?
I can, if you give me no momentum.
Or you can.
D10.
What are we rolling those D10? I thought that was for random encounters during the night.
9.
9? Okay.
Yeah.
What the fuck are we rolling that for then?
In that case, your watch goes by, or your night goes by uneventfully.
For just
Uh,
the
Chera, I would like for your second watch normally, so we'll have you roll as well. Go ahead.
15. Yeah.
You, I need to roll 2d.
Oh no, wait, 6. Never mind.
6?
Yeah.
Never mind. Your rest goes by uneventfully as well. Perhaps the night before, the nightmare, if you want to call it, plaguing you still, but nothing comes anew.
I'll just smoke some more of my delicious tobacco.
George.
2d10?
Yes.
20.
20. I need you to roll 2d4 for me, please.
The snow kraken or snacken comes to visit your dreams.
Maybe.
5.
Ooh.
5. Could you go ahead and roll a d6 for me? Sorry, a d4.
I was just holding that motherfucker. A 4.
4. You rest.
Yeah,
You go to sleep.
that's true.
However, at some point during the night, you find yourself once again awake.
Who are you rooming up with, by the way?
I have no clue. The
Garrett.
dwarves.
Maybe.
Definitely the dwarves. Probably maybe a Kiek is in there as well with Bosco.
Bosco's outside. Stays outside. It's
Bosco's
a fucking
outside.
bear.
And then the others are in their room.
But while the rest is asleep, you have a room in a window in your room from which you look out over the inside courtyard of this outpost.
Iglo.
Not an igloo, but you see in the sky beautiful borealis or aurora or aurealis, whatever.
Australis.
That one. You see that one in the sky once more, and you see the same depiction you saw last time. The large striking of an anvil, the sparks flying off of it. It all in very slow transition.
Have I seen the Aurora Australis?
I don't think you have.
I don't think I have. No.
You and Zira, I don't think have.
Yeah. I don't know what's mine.
But aside from that, your rest goes uneventfully.
I guess seeing that, George will go sit down real quick.
Mm-hmm.
And I will want to try and use my, what is it called again?
Divine intervention.
Divine intervention
Cool.
to,
Are horses really horses?
well, it is,
Yes.
regarding on that matter, it is to
Okay.
restore my sanity.
You just restore your fear of beasts.
But I would maybe be a little, because it's probably not going to succeed, and it is something that I want to make sure that everyone is clear of mind again.
Everyone.
Everyone in the party is clear of mind again. Because I'm not going to succeed anyway, so I might as well shoot big.
Sure, that's fair. That's
Should
fair.
we go home?
Exactly, like, George knows something is off at this point with a lot of people.
That's true. A lot of people are pretty fucked up.
It's been long enough to know that's not normal behavior for a
The teleportation, the fear of extra-dimensional spaces.
But with a 33,
There
You're
is
not
no
level
answer
33?
tonight, I'm afraid.
it goes unanswered. And
One day you just gotta spam that shit every day.
Yeah.
yeah, that's fair.
All of you eventually wake up the following morning at your own pace.
With that being said, George will do another.
You can if you
I
want
mean,
to.
I guess I could.
Then you can't do it again today.
Am I level 71?
No.
Okay.
Damn.
You eventually find the rest of your party in the larger building, which includes the communal mess hall where there is food prepared, although Gareth and Hennef are not that keen on elven food, which some of you may also not be.
I'll cast the create food room.
It's just like a bun.
But I'll do it not now. I'll do it when it's not disrespectful later.
Sure.
It's like a bunch of salads and just like, it's okay. Like,
It's largely there's some meat, just not a lot.
George will say in Dwarvish, which if the leader is in this room, he'll hear it. Don't worry, I'll make edible food when we're back on the trek.
oh, the salads are okay.
Oh, come on.
They have
You
little
can't
leaves.
live off this stuff.
I mean, it's a nice appetizer.
They make shields out of this
Not
stuff.
that bad.
It's a nice Wait, do you speak Dwarvish?
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Yes,
You
she does.
just started speaking Dwarvish. I was like, whoa.
Whoa. Wait, we can all speak Dwarvish now. Yeah, we should definitely keep
No, I
moving.
don't think Ikiak speaks Dwarvish.
Oh, but he's the guy. He's the guy.
Doesn't have to hear everything.
Oh.
He speaks Dwarvish.
He does.
He does.
This whole everybody except for Clay speaks Dwarvish. Nice.
Damn. It's not terrible.
Let's just make
like,
that our normal language for now.
it's a nice appetizer.
Speak common.
Not
you.
Dwarvish.
It's a nice appetizer.
After you guys finish your breakfast,
whatever.
you are approached by an individual you recognize. This is one of the two elves that you gave directions to a few days ago.
What a fancy boy.
They begin to speak to you in a language you don't understand.
We just look at them like,
Or he directs himself towards you and begins to speak and then waits patiently.
Oh,
I think he wants to say something.
cast tongues. Yes.
It's good to see you have all made your way here. I was afraid that some of you wouldn't make it out of the snow.
Well, we wouldn't want to miss the wondrous food you provided us with. So, good.
I'll send on your compliments to the chefs.
Yes. Doing
In
the
the
roll
meantime,
deception.
no. In the meantime, your
We're ready to see him if that's.
yes, I am here to guide you. But also, your little friend had a request, which I've had
Who is our,
fulfill.
who is our friend?
Zira.
Oh.
She requested
Right, a tuft of hair or something.
a few strands of
Yeah.
Eladrin hair, which we have collected, and he has like this little spool with a bunch of like bluish white hairs on it. And these are her reasons we do not understand, but for whichever reason she needs them.
Neither do we. Oh wait. I don't
Honestly,
think-
I am as, if not more, confused than you are.
Good to know it is not only us. In that case, if you were to follow me, Philas would like to speak with you. And
Sure.
he begins to head away from the table to a door in the side of this chamber, eventually leading you through a couple of
Do we
hallways.
follow him or?
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean, that's
okay.
What,
Oh, okay.
that's what I've been doing every now and then.
Oh, it's
He
all
leads
right.
you through a couple of hallways, eventually into what seems to be some sort of office space.
Like computer.
Just a bunch of
No.
blocks. Just
Some sort of office space where this individual is sitting behind behind a
we do
desk.
with
He was working on some papers which he puts away the moment you enter. And begins to speak to you in Dwarvish. He goes first in Sylvan, continues. Thanks, Firth. I will take it from here. Close the door on your way out. Your troop makes your way in. It gets pretty crowded with all of you. He begins to speak in Dwarvish, going, I hope you find yourself well rested this morning.
Ah, I can understand. Oh, fine.
He was able to speak
Thank
Dwarvish.
you. Yeah, that's true.
That's a good question, actually.
It is a tongue I have not practiced in many years, but
Can't hear it. Why you know Dwarvish?
I mean,
why I'm not Dwarvish?
Why do you know Dwarvish?
I mean,
How?
Many years ago, when we settled this valley first, we had some encounters with dwarves that were local to here. I found it opportune to try to be able to communicate with them properly, and so I picked up bits here and there, and through own rigorous study, I have at least gotten fluent in it.
So
I mean, it sounds good.
Yeah, it sounds good, but the dwarves you communicated with, where have they gone? Because I imagine they have not been here for a while anymore. You know more about that? I'm sorry if I'm asking a lot of questions.
Something tells me that about these dwarves, your troop already knows. At least some.
I have an
I mean,
idea
they
of their
probably
fate.
died.
Yeah, but
Oh.
not what happened to them exactly.
The reason I wish to meet with you today is because I wish to know your intentions in this valley.
Well, I would say they are similar to the intentions of the previous dwarves, which I hope you had no meddle with.
I had no issues with the dwarves, but dwarves can delve greedily.
Fair.
I mean, look at them, wonder. Je delved greedily there. Anyways.
As far as I'm aware, the dwarves that were here some time ago, I met them. Then for some time we've had no dealings with them. They lived on the other side of the valley. We did not often communicate with them, and the only years we really had dealings with them is in the infancy of this outpost, and as you can see, we have grown quite past that. I do not know where the dwarves went, but at some point their visits became fewer and fewer until we did not see them at all. We have not sought them out since, but something tells me that there's something in this valley that they've encountered that bested them in some way.
That's what we figured, or at least what I figured.
Well, I suppose you know as much as we do then.
There's a few things I can tell you if you plan to head that direction. I also invited you here and wished to meet you in Grace because I had a feeling you wished to rediscover what the dwarves had lost here, and if we are to be neighbors, rather start out in a relationship on the right foot.
Well, I will say I am agreeing that it is better to be friends than foes, even if we are so different in ways.
I mean, the other elves are also dwarvish friends.
Exactly. We've set aside our differences to stand together with elves before, and I would wish to do so again.
Although you lot are a lot fancier than the other elves.
That doesn't matter. Fanciness is...
I mean, there was a word that Zera used, I don't remember it.
What are
Eladrin?
you... Yes, Eladrin. What is
Something like
the
that.
difference between that and an elf? I mean, to me, I'm sorry for my ignorance.
Our more simple elven brethren made their way to the material plane quite some time ago.
He starts laughing at the simple part.
Elves were not originally created on this plane, but a large section of them moved here. The details I do not remember, but we are part of those who stayed in the realm in which we were created.
Okay.
Which has some verse effect on my brothers and sisters. They have other tendencies than we do. The reason we are here now is because we got a gateway to our home plane.
Oh, that's the ice portal or whatever
That's
that
the
is.
thing.
probably
Right,
seen,
yeah.
that makes sense.
It only opens on certain occasions. It happened to have opened last night, I imagine. But we are here to guard it, the entrance in and out. We do not know who created it, but for some reason it is here.
Wait, so you didn't create it? It just appeared here?
We found the other end of it. We traveled through it, found it was here, unguarded, and we found it fit to guard it.
You ever asked the dwarves if it was here when they passed it, when you didn't settle yet?
I had not.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah.
The dwarves were here before us. I imagine if they could make use of it, they would have. We haven't found many dwarves on the other side of this portal.
I can't, no offense, but I don't think dwarves are great in... Where are you from again?
The Feywild, I think, would be known
Yeah, I
to
don't
you.
think dwarves are that interested in the Feywild.
Perhaps if you find any of them still alive, you can ask.
Or dead.
Yeah, we could
It would be
ask.
hard to
them.
ask them then, I imagine.
Well, we have ways,
No,
I think.
pretty...
They're magic
Pretty straightforward.
users. They can do something.
It's not the preferable method, I agree with that.
If you are to venture into the valley, and we wish to start this relationship outright, I think some warnings are due. As there are some in this valley that would not seek to be your friends.
Is it the dragon?
Dragon? No.
The big flying thing.
Yeah, we
I am
saw...
not familiar of any...
What name did Akia give it as well? What was
The
it again?
Naiga Kuksaluk?
Naya Cooks? Yeah, something like that.
Loxodon superstition.
Yeah, it's the dragon.
We
I'm-
did see it fly around. But
I'm aware that dragons exist, and would not be surprised them existing in this valley, although the presence of one I have not
That's good.
we have not heard of.
Oh, that's good.
The presence of other things, however,
Mm-hmm.
things I seem to wish to warn you about, are as follows. If you wish to travel further south, there is a bridge that crosses a river that leads towards the lake in the center of this valley.
All right.
That bridge you can cross freely. The forests beyond that, however, we do not hunt in normally. We travel northward for that. That's where you found our friends. Because this forests south of here are largely infested, I guess you could say. They are territory of a frost giant clan. Those would not seek to be friends with the likes of us. They do not normally respect smaller folk.
Could they be perhaps the reason why the dwarves are no longer here?
It could
Maybe.
be. We
That
have never
sounds
seen
terrifying.
fit to ask.
We can go.
Aside from that,
Mm-hmm.
if you are to travel west of here, east, I would advise against it, as the forests will give way to pillars of ice, a large barren landscape with some form of enchantment over them that would, on the rare occasion somebody travels there, would drive them mad rather quickly. What lays beyond it, we do not know. We also have never traveled to where the dwarven colony is. However, it has been told that 2 rivers must be crossed, not only the one south of here, but also one beyond the frost giant forests, before you can reach the dwarven colony, outposts, whatever remains of it.
All right.
I mean, how are we gonna make a settlement there? That makes no. We need a portal or some. This road is unpassable for most.
Yeah. It's dangerous.
With that, I'm afraid I cannot help much.
It's also not your
Yeah,
worry
you
to worry about.
actually helped us
Yeah.
more than you think.
Is there more ahead?
Any dangers past that, we do not know.
Okay.
We do not venture any further south than the river, and we do not venture any further west than where the forest ends.
How many more
If
days
you-
would it be to travel from this point on to the dwarven colony that you've?
If you would leave in the morning still, you would arrive tomorrow about midday,
At the colony?
at where I imagine they were set up, yes.
That's closer than I thought.
How big is the frost giant clan?
We've seen them in numbers of up to half a dozen, but we wish to not engage with them, as we do not wish for them to be alerted towards our presence here too much.
Alright, that's fair.
Well, we will.
I mean, 6 frost giants. That's like hunting. This is probably hunting or something. That's a lot of frost giants.
They
Yeah,
do sometimes
pretty
employ
big.
the aid of winter wolves.
They're giant.
Yeah.
Hmm.
That's towards the south and towards the east. What's towards the west?
The east is the forests. If you cross the bridge
Oh, I thought
towards
okay.
the south, the forests that are in the territory of the frost giants are completely to the eastern edge of this valley. The western side of the valley, or sorry, the western. That's the west. I have to turn the map around for them.
Like, is it the
Yeah.
west or the east?
If you where you currently are, if you travel south, you enter into the forest,
Yeah.
and all the way to the edge of the, which would be the western edge, is all forests,
Okay.
all frost giants. If you travel east of here, you don't have to cross the river, but that's eventually where the forest ends and the ice spires begin.
Right, so you have 2 paths basically. Like, either go through the frost
Yeah.
giants or go through the crazy pillars.
He goes, it is also not too uncommon for us to spot, if we travel westward, or if we travel eastward, towards the ice spires, to encounter fiendish presence of some sort. Something we also wish to steer clear of.
Oh, the
Maybe
damn
devils?
spires are elated, aren't they?
Probably.
Oh, it could also be the devils.
I
Or
mean,
some-
fiendish presence probably.
Yeah,
better.
that's actually a interesting question, and I don't know if you would know anything more about it.
I don't
We
know.
crossed the plain, which just seemed to be a large chunk, and I mean a massive chunk of the land disappearing. You know anything more about that?
I've never been there, but I've heard reports. My men have never ventured into it, but it's a strange anomaly not caused by us.
Well,
I've heard of a structure at the very center of it. It's the furthest north we have traveled. Is some sort of obelisk, purple in color and
Oh yeah, I touched that.
brass of base.
oh, okay.
Yeah, we've been
That's the middle of it. That's
According to my men, it's the center, or at least close to it.
so we've been at the center of that thing, I guess.
Still don't know what it is.
That I do not know.
Do you happen to know if there are any blood portals around?
What?
Well, you know, on the mainland, there's like also kind of like your archway thing, but you would need to use blood to open it.
You're talking like this is normal.
Yeah, okay, that's fair. But these are magical
No,
creatures.
I am unfamiliar with any sort of blood portal. Our portal opens in other circumstances. Does not require blood.
That's good. Insight check.
Insight
Just to be sure.
Sure.
He might be a demon in disguise.
He definitely is.
That's. I'm not that insightful, actually.
A natural.
1 for,
What's the total?
I think, an 11.
11?
That's more insightful than I thought.
He does not seem to know about any blood portals. He continues, again, south of here there may exist one, but we do not venture there. We venture from here and north. This outpost is defensive mostly.
Yeah, no, it's more.
So I'm afraid, no, but I suppose that's a good thing.
Yes.
Yeah, probably.
We've met more than we would have liked, but
I mean, there's like devils or demons coming out of those things, and it's not fun.
As I said, there are fiends here. If there is one that may be where they originate from, although I'm not.
That's what I was thinking.
Haven't
That's why I
heard
was
any
asking.
encounters of it.
Okay. What kind of fiends?
I'm not too familiar with demonology, I'm afraid.
Okay.
We know they're from the lower planes. That is all we need to know to avoid them.
That's fair.
it's fair. They're mostly usually red and have horns. And
That
yeah,
checks out.
that's-
Yes.
Yeah, well, yeah,
That's
okay.
the big. We've seen weird variations of fiends, I will say.
Yeah.
The
There-
initial reward for saving our people from being
Oh,
lost in the snowstorm.
Yeah, Zira had already been given the hair strands. Thank you
that
for
was
that.
a rather odd request, but one we
Yes.
were happy to.
I think that was for a
provide.
potion or something, but I don't think I need it anymore. But I'm not sure.
Who knows?
Mm.
What we can give you, something that can benefit the likes of you, those not already tempered to our climate, is this. And he grabs a little pouch. He opens it and he grabs it from it tufts of grass. He goes, "This is fire grass, not often found on this plane, and if it is, only close towards any of the geysers you may have passed. If you eat these for the next day or so, you should be able to alleviate any exhaustion you may feel and stave off any effects of the cold weather.
Oh, okay.
There should be in here enough for your entire troop for at least a week."
Oh, thanks.
That is a mighty good gift, actually.
If your stone friend also consumes these, at least.
Usually gems, or or like
Yeah,
minerals.
he's on a strictly mineral diet.
Then perhaps you can try it out.
We
I
have
do
to
not
like
know which
add
kind
it
of
to the
effect has,
stone
but
that we give, to the rock we give him or something.
you can add to somebody can add to their inventory 56 firegrass uses.
Firecrackers.
Fire. Are you gonna add it? 56. Well, thank you.
You're welcome. If you ever need help again, you're always welcome. If you need anything from us, let us know. We are a little bit more integrated in this valley than you are, so I imagine.
Yeah, this valley is quite new for us. We just arrived, after all.
Exactly.
Yeah, I can't promise you that we become any neighbors, but
I mean,
we might try. Who knows?
that was the plan.
Yes, but It will take a time to set up any usable link.
Yeah, like we would need to.
Like conveniently, it would already be there, but I don't
I
know
doubt
if
that there
was
would
done
be-
yet.
Like a teleportation circle or something, you mean?
That would be nearly necessary if we.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think normal people could survive this trek.
Which one of you is the leader of this expedition, perhaps?
Leader is a big term.
We're usually doing things by democracy, by
Yes.
voting.
I arranged it, if that makes.
That is what I would be requesting. In that case, your names I've
Oh,
heard.
right.
Of course,
around.
George
Yeah.
Wayland Jr. of the Soul Forge. Of course, you must have heard of the Soul Forge once. Actually,
I have.
wow. I mean, it makes sense. You
It
should
was
have.
mentioned by the dwarves in a similar proud disposition. You're following in somebody's footsteps, then I'm assuming.
Yeah, I think. Oh, what is his name again?
Reldrak.
Yeah, that one.
You recognize the name?
I do. I've met him once or twice, perhaps.
That
Nice fellow.
Anyways, I'm Chera.
Phileas. If you ever arrive at our gates again, speak my name, and I will come to your aid.
How do you spell that?
Phileas. Fyalas.
B-L-A-S.
Yes, Phileas.
Fialis.
Our hospitality extends for however long you wish to stay here, but you are free to leave any moment.
Well, stocking up on supplies and stuff, that would be nice.
For that,
If you have
I can
anything
direct
to
you
say.
to our commissary, which is connected to the mess hall. You should not be able to miss it too.
You want any gold
difficulty.
for this, or how does your economy work? I don't know.
We work with gold, but
Oh, that's easy.
firegrass is rather cheap for us to acquire. The strands of hair were free, and your accommodation, for now, will be on my tab. However, if you wish to purchase anything of equipment that you may need out there, that will be will have to be paid for at the commissary.
What did they say again that the elf name was? The wacky elves? Or were they the species name again?
Eladrin.
No, an Eladrin?
Eladrin, yes.
Eladrin.
If you're looking for any more magical means, you should be able to find Valena in the temple to Corellion. She deals in simple potions and scrolls. Nothing too major, but something that could be of use to travelers.
Maybe.
Maybe, yeah.
We will definitely pay a visit to her.
Well, thank you for your hospitality.
It's yours.
I hope that I can maybe once extend similar hospitality to you.
If the road is perhaps safer and your dwarven outpost re-established, I think it should be a good thing for me to visit at least once.
I feel I'm honestly kind of shocked you've never been to the other one.
I do not know what lurks in the depths of those mines and what the dwarves have succumbed to, but I am not willing to find out. I have another job here, and I
That's
do not
fair.
wish to risk the lives of my
Fair.
rangers by venturing through the forests of frost giants.
I was meaning more when they actually set up their stuff, when it wasn't yet in danger.
I wasn't there. We
Oh.
arrived after the dwarves.
Right, I am confusing a lot of things, but that's because
That's
you
right.
met him as well, so I thought you may have met him in better terms when they were more
They were
established.
They were established somewhat, but they sought us out, and we were then in a haste to protect this portal and set up our outpost here.
Right, you must have been busy constructing yourself.
We did. We sadly did not have any time for vacation, but as I said, we are set up relatively comfortable now, so I would be willing to visit. I'd be interested to see dwarven culture in more than small groups.
Well, I can certainly probably bring you there very safely. We can also get you back here safely, and I can always contact you if I were to succeed on such things.
Very well.
So don't worry about travel or anything else. Again, if that happens, it would be on our terms.
In that case, I thank you for it, and I wish you good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You guys exit the office. You have access to... Yes?
Akiak did tell us about this quest, didn't he? Or did he not?
I think he did, but I would have to ask him. I don't know.
I don't. Okay, never mind. Then.
Well, regardless, that choice, I think we'll be better off when we're all here.
You have access to the commissary. The commissary is basically a general store, like general adventuring equipment you may require. You can buy there. If there's like rope or anything like that, torches, stuff like that.
Yeah, I would more go to the magical
You
stuff.
venture towards the Temple of
Just-
Corellion.
Just call Thorbin.
Velena would not be difficult to find. She's not an archpriestess here or anything, but she seems to work in the hierarchy of the temple. You are directed towards the president. You would find her in what seems like a small outcropping of the inside of the temple, where there are like you see potions and stuff such stacked up against the walls. There's like a little counter. It's like a little tiny shop inside the church. They also sell like incense and stuff like that, like spell components.
Of course.
But they see you approach, and she begins to speak.
Good morning.
I had heard the dwarves had joined us. Interesting to see.
This is just in Sylvan.
Yes, this is in
Yeah,
Silva.
okay, George. Yeah, okay.
We're just like.
You would still be times would still be up at this point. An hour is pretty long if you went there immediately after. at
Sure.
least.
Yeah.
Oh right, they don't
I
speak.
had heard some of you had joined us. Can I aid you in something? I'm assuming somebody directed you towards me for my wares.
Well, somebody would
Or my
be,
skills, but in that case, one of you would be dead.
Fearless.
Of
If I
course.
pronounce it properly, I'm sorry.
Fearless.
Fearless, yes. Yeah, we heard you dealt in potions and
I do.
scrolls.
I normally am the one to supply our rangers with such. I have
Any-
potions that aid in healing, potions that aid with magic. I have any spell components one may be using. I can provide resurrection services. If
You
if you're
don't
quick.
need those necessarily.
And I have the odd magic scroll if you're interested in that.
I have no clue what you just said.
She got healing
No
potions.
clue.
Zero will
Ah.
spend her time translating.
Oh, okay.
For
Thank you,
everyone.
Zara. Thank you.
You get healing potions and also magic potions.
She has healing potions and mana potions, only up to level greater. So not beyond that, I'm afraid.
Which level is the?
Greater would be 4d4, and spell level worth. You would have to check the blue one. Blue folder. It says it in the first shop tab.
I still have like 4 potions left, so I don't need any.
Mana potions or healing potions?
I would have mana potions.
Because if you have healing potions, you should have them right here, like on the table.
No, I have them stored in my ring.
Oh right. Consumable.
I have 3 potions stored in my ring, and I have that one still.
The scrolls she have, if anybody's interested, she has Ray of Frost, Ice Knife, Cone of Cold.
Useful.
They are a little dusty. She also has Pass Without Trace, Fairy Fire, Freedom of Movement, and Slow. Is there anything you wish to procure from her?
I mean, I don't need anything.
I was hoping you'd have. Yeah, I'm sorry.
What are greater mana potions? Like level 3?
Yeah, I'm not in need of that necessarily. It's nothing. You got any customers around here?
I do. The rangers that are currently out and about.
Oh, they actually buy from you?
Yes.
That's
Huh.
why it's a store, probably.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's just
There is a small economy within this outpost, and we deal with the Feywild whenever the gate opens.
there's an economy in the Feywild.
Yes.
Wow, I learn new things every day. Well, thank you
I mean-
for showing me.
Yes. If ever you do have use of my services,
I mean,
I'd be happy to help.
We might.
maybe Zero or Akiak will want to buy something.
Maybe. We'll find out.
We'll
I
find
don't
out the
know.
next time.
I'll message them, ask them if they want anything.
The only thing that I
So we'll
might
give them time, opportunity to do
Yeah.
so now.
that we might want to buy here is maybe more diamond.
You can?
How many? How many diamonds do we have?
I think everybody still has a
I think
diamond.
everyone has a
I
diamond
think
still.
so.
Maybe aside of the Kiak.
Right.
Oh no, didn't
And
some,
your
didn't
allies
someone,
don't.
Didn't someone use one of them? Did
No
we
one has
replace
died.
them?
You probably used Breeze when she died in an attempt to
No,
res-
I know what Chira was talking about. I do remember someone using.
Yeah, to grind it into diamond dust.
Oh,
I
Yeah.
think.
I don't know. I think didn't that get taken out of Zira's tiara?
Oh, maybe. I don't remember.
I don't know. In that case, it would be able to be purchased when you
I
guys
don't
find
know.
out. But
Right.
we will do that retroactively. in that
Whenever,
case.
when everyone's here,
I-
we could.
yeah.
I think I still have my diamond. I don't remember.
And I definitely still have mine.
But knowing what
I
she
would
provides, it is maybe a little bit more limited than what you're used to with Thorbin.
We can just summon Thorben here.
You can try.
I'm kind of curious what Thorben has to say.
He's
So-
normally pretty to business, especially when you summon him to the fucking Arctic when he doesn't have. He'd be like, "What the fuck do you want?"
Can I see the Max? No. Yeah, thank you.
Angie, is there anything you would wish to do?
No,
Alright, cool.
sorry.
That's okay. You gotta save your money somehow.
Yeah.
After you bought a bunch of magic items and then never used them.
I mean, I probably do have to buy something if I want Thorben to show up. So
It's a bad idea to summon him for no reason, yeah. There's a good
Yeah.
chance he won't react next time.
I just wanted to hang out, you know, just to
Like, I'm
vibe a
fucking
little.
working.
Yo, what the
I
fuck?
had to leave a client. But
Yeah, you know, I'll refrain from summoning Thorben for now.
okay. Is there anything you guys do wish to do in this outpost before setting out?
I mean, I still have most of my stuff,
That's true.
most of my health potions, and I don't really need anything else. I'll buy some more hot pot supplies, I guess.
You can. How much does that cost?
Good question.
Pretty sure the hotpot itself says how much it is.
$20 gold coins worth. Actually, would it be worth 80? No, I don't think so. I'll refrain. Never mind. Oh right, I have slave charges. Wow. No, never mind.
George, anything you want to do still?
We're really spoiled.
I mean,
Yeah.
As in, we're.
a lot of you also buy consumable items and then never use them.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
No.
Also, damage-wise, like we just fucked.
I mean, to be fair,
those
the
rolls.
last really challenging thing you guys have done, like the Iron Syndicate wasn't challenging in the fighting sense, so you didn't need to
No.
use healing potion or anything like that. Before that would maybe be the orcs in the Nalfeshni,
Yeah,
but that's some time ago now.
that's really long ago. Yeah,
Anything you wish to do before leaving?
maybe like a.
No, I don't want you to do anything here necessarily. I just want to ask
Yeah.
how many pounds of material would I need to build a piece of an armor?
Material, you mean, or just
Plate armor.
if you want to make steel plate armor out of steel? I'm pretty sure it's 40 pounds,
And for mithril would also be
half that.
would be half that.
Yeah, because
So I have one attempt essentially of mithril armor.
let's see, heavy armor, plate armor weighs 65 pounds.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
If you need help, I can help.
It's probably written down in like pounds worth of mithril, right?
Yeah. So I
Yeah.
have 20 pounds, which is 40 in steel. Also have
Yeah.
a lot of steel still.
I'm pretty sure you guys had a vault at some point.
Yeah, we
I'm
did.
pretty sure that steel would still be in
Yeah,
our
it's in the
house.
portable hole.
I think it's at our house
Oh, it
more
could be that
logically.
too, sure.
Because there's like 260 pounds of steel.
But I'm pretty sure that was the vault. The vault you guys stole from the
Yeah, I don't think we.
Blood Cult in Dungar Bay.
I don't think we took that with us right now. Sounds like
No.
a bad thing to take.
No,
I mean,
but
that
that's
works in the
something
portable
George
hole.
wanted just for the steel.
Yeah, you would need 65 pounds worth of mithril, like, because then it's like, no, you would need 32.5 pounds of mithril to make a set of armor, a set of plate armor from mithril.
So 30.
Or 20.
32.5. Because that's half of 65, and you need mithril weighs half of steel.
Yeah.
So 32.5 pounds worth of mithril is the same amount of metal as 65 pounds of steel.
Yeah, but I thought you said it was 40. But
I thought it was 2. I think I may have made that mistake. It is supposed to be a full set of plate armor's worth of mithril. The one you found in the with the golem in the frost area. That's supposed to be a plate armor's worth, 1 plate armor's worth of mithril. If it's 40, then that's my mistake, because it's supposed to be 65 worth in steel. So that's 30.
so can I change it then?
Yes, you can. It's probably my mistake, because I looked at the bottom one of medium armor, because half plate is 40 pounds. So that's my mistake. But it's
So
supposed to be 60.
60.
It's 65 pounds worth of metal, which it only weighs 32.5. So I think it's the best to write down 32.5 pounds of mithril. And then we just have to imagine we have to double it if we want to make something out of it.
Yeah, I've just written it both down.
Like, for example, a mithril shield would only have to be 3 pounds instead of 6.
Fair enough. That's what I wanted to ask.
Okay.
Just to make sure.
In that case, we're going to continue a little longer. Just a little bit. Because the valley travel shouldn't be too much. You guys gather up your group. Bosco is put on a saddle again. And you venture forth out of the gates of the Eladrin outpost. They do direct you southward, where you will encounter the river and eventually should be able to find a bridge that crosses it into the forest.
Wait.
Yes.
Do they have maps of the area?
Not south of here, because they don't venture south.
Shucks.
They are relatively stationary, and they have their rangers that know the area. They don't need maps that too much.
Fine.
You begin to venture south, and maybe about halfway through your day, after you leave at around a couple hours, maybe 11 a.m. or something, maybe around 2-3 a.m. you do encounter a river that flows through. You kind of get to its bank, and you have to make the decision to either travel north or up or down the river in the hopes to find the bridge, unless you wish to cross in any other means.
How wide is it again?
Oh, Jack. It's about 130 feet wide,
130 feet? Oh, deep.
which is about 40 meters.
I can't jump that.
You do see, like, the edges of it is like frozen with ice, like the closest edges, so it's probably very fucking cold water still, so maybe swimming through it wouldn't be a great idea.
Just take the bridge.
Yeah, but which way is it?
The bridge.
You would have to, yeah, you arrive at the river.
Yeah.
And you see it flowing from your right to your left. You don't see the bridge immediately, so you would have to choose, are we going to go left to find the bridge or right to find the bridge, or are we going to cross here?
Oh, I thought, yeah.
We could technically just like fly over it, right? Using the flying carpet.
If you wish to give up the use of the flying carpet for the day, yeah.
I mean,
Are we gonna
Zira
use
could
it?
ferry everybody over and like.
Yeah, why not?
I mean,
Okay.
well, no, maybe. Wait, maybe we shouldn't.
We never use it.
Yeah, but next river we might not have a bridge.
Is there another river?
Yeah, there's 2 rivers.
There's 2 rivers.
All right.
We have multiple ways. Yeah, well, okay, we can
Yeah.
also just.
We can look for the bridge, I guess. It's
Yeah.
You guys travel north or travel south?
First north.
sure.
Okay.
I don't know.
No bridge.
No
You guys
bridges.
venture north,
Alpha ratio. Bridge left.
keeping an eye
Bridgeless.
on the river. When you, like the edge of the valley does kind of go up, and as you are within the space of the river, you can kind of like look out a little further because there's no trees obscuring too much. And eventually, you do get to the point where you're elevated high enough that you can see over distant trees, and you can see the lake, the large lake beyond it, which is where this river streams towards. Maybe about 30 minutes after finding the river's edge, you do spot a elegant white marble bridge in the distance. Same architecture as the Eladrin has
So
used.
they made a bridge to go over the river, but they never cross it.
Not anymore.
Why would they make a bridge in the first place then?
Probably to have the dwarves go to them so they could
I guess.
get more gold. I give them.
Well, that, and there must have been a way they found out there were frost giants there.
Yeah, but like, why would you, if you know there's frost giants, why would you make a bridge?
Because they probably made the bridge to cross first.
Figure that.
But why would you? Okay, never mind. I will not debate on
They
the
wanted
ways
to
of the
have a-
fancy elves.
They wanted to make a fancy bridge in their fancy elfin place.
I mean, you can also just fucking fly across if that's what you want to do.
Elves love their bridges,
Yeah.
and they also always make it archy, saying it's a superior. No, more pillars is more stability. Don't they understand this?
I get exactly.
Big, large pillars. Never arch your
Square.
bridges. They need to be square and fair.
Well,
Oh no, except
Otherwise,
for
you
holding...
have to move up, and that's annoying. Oh, you get tired when you get there, and
Oh.
then you have to awkwardly walk down with your short little legs. Just a straight bridge.
You say that, but like when we go down into like the Coppermunde, they do arch at the top to hold up the structure, right?
Are there arched bridges?
Well, not arch bridges, but like
No.
the pillars that hold up the ceiling, they do need arches.
no,
to-
those are square. Those
are also
Those are
square?
solidly square.
You don't know how stubborn dwarves are.
No,
if
that's
you
fair.
think
Yeah, that
they-
is fair. Yeah, that's fair.
Those are solidly square blocks, I'm afraid.
God,
This
fucking hell.
Corpomunda is basically Minecraft.
Have you ever seen dwarven architecture? It's not really curved.
I mean, some of them, they do have diagonal lines sometimes.
but that's not curved.
It's not curved, no.
Yeah,
It's
okay.
more of what is it called? It has a name. Anyway, doesn't
Block.
matter.
Blocking.
Yeah,
Yeah,
blocky.
Okay, well, fair enough. Fair enough.
You cross the fancy elf bridge, perhaps fearing that it may collapse due to its insuperior.
Here.
George is not that bad. He knows arches work, but he's just like. they
You
just
cross the river, entering into
bad design.
More
what is
pillars
what
and
is
more
told you
stability.
to be
I like
frost
that
giant
one.
territory. Knowing that this may be dangerous territory, is there anything you guys wish to do about that?
I mean, do we want to attempt the stealth? Because you know, that went really well for us last time.
You want to stealth?
Do you want to go through the? Yeah, I mean,
We can try, I guess.
it's
Yeah.
gonna be a dangerous area. Either stealth or we need to be on the lookout for
If you
something.
guys wish to stealth,
Last time you were the one who did not want to stealth.
if you wish to travel,
No. That was not last time. That was the time before that.
if you wish to travel through this area carefully, it would slow down your travel slightly, meaning that you wouldn't arrive the following day in the middle of the day, but you would be arriving in the evening.
To the outpost?
Not the outpost, but to the dwarven colony.
Yes. Okay.
Sorry, I thought you meant let's say the Eladrin outpost and the dwarven
Yes.
colony then.
I don't really
the
mind.
stealth thing is not necessary. I think, honestly, I'm not. It's been so not successful that I have
No,
zero faith in its usefulness.
No, I
We'll
I know.
slow down and just ultimately be seen anyway by some predator that. I mean, it's a predator. They're made to see things, and we're not made to hide. I mean, I'm not.
I mean, you are not. I am.
Sure, I'm sure. Say that, but you charge in everything. So even if you are hidden, you might as well just break it. And
That's
probably
fair.
punch it.
So you guys do not stealthily make your way through the frost giant forest.
No.
No.
Let's just go through them.
No, that's a good moment to start for next session then.
Sure, we'll see.
Ooh, this is
Um,
brutalist.
I would like for you to roll
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
2d4.
That makes
pillars
sense.
is more stability.
I rolled a d4 last time.
Okay. Do I need to roll
You roll.
Yes.
d4?
I'll roll the weather then.
Is it 1d4?
And weather, yes. 2d4.
5. Cloudy. Probably.
5
Five.
is cloudy, yes. How much?
5. Cloudy. Probably. Cloud
Okay.
giant.
5 in this context actually means the following.
See a large beanstalk.
No.
Jack.
The day, however cloudy, passes by so far uneventfully.
Oh my god.
You will find yourselves in need to set up camp and do so, I'm assuming.
I mean, we could
Unless you
also
wish
go
to travel through the night.
We're in frost giant territory after all.
Yeah, you know, frost giants wouldn't walk during the night.
I don't know frost giants.
Yeah, but they're like people but big, so you know.
Ikea would be able to tell you indeed that frost giants normally don't hunt during the night in the same way that people don't.
I mean, that's
Because you
fair.
can't see anything.
So
But that just
maybe-
means that that just means that if we go through the night, then we won't meet any frost giants.
That too.
Exactly, so the night might be safer, but then again, what are the giants hiding from, eh? It makes you think.
Nothing. They're just here, I think.
I mean, if they don't hunt during the night, why do they not hunt during the night, eh?
Maybe
Because they
the
want to go sleep.
living cycle?
Because it's fucking dark.
Yeah. I mean,
Let's move through the night, okay? Let's never mind my.
if we just travel through, like, yes, we'll be tired, and yeah, but we'll get to the dwarven colony.
Yes. There will be nothing. There won't be any weird apex predators walking around.
Exactly.
Exactly.
In that case, if you guys do wish to push through the night, you would be arriving the following morning rather than afternoon at the colony. I would need.
Oh, I thought that's what they meant, that we would, if we traveled through the night, that we would get there in the middle of the day.
No, that's if
Oh,
you
okay.
if you rest.
Ah,
Because nobody assumes you walk through the night.
we're just stubborn.
In
Okay.
that case, I do want somebody to roll 2d4.
Oh, well, I'll do that. I'll do that. 3. Sweet. Well.
Okay,
Night
cool.
vision giants. Tactical
No,
giants.
that's okay.
Fucking.
You guys-
Fucking Splinter Cell. But a giant Splinter Cell.
You guys continue to travel through the night. I would like for 2 people to make perception, or 1 person to make it a perception check with a straight roll, or 2 people can make them both a disadvantage. Because dim light or darkness, even with dark vision, gives you disadvantage.
Should we just disadvantage?
Unless you wish to light a fire
I mean, that's.
Or do you?
and walk with torches.
Or I can roll straight.
I mean, I
Disadvantage
can
is
do
only
dancing light.
-4.
You could dancing lights, but then light gives you away from a long
But I do
distance to
have plus
enemies.
You do have a +10. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, no, you just look.
I mean, I could roll bad, but
no, you
it's
look.
possible.
You
but-
look straight. It's fine.
Yeah, it is fine. At 28.
28. I need everybody to make Constitution saving throws against exhaustion, which is important because you guys are traveling through the night.
It's poison.
No exhaustion.
Just,
It's not even cold weather effects in this case.
Stubbornly ask anyway.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Kiek makes it, I guess.
Gareth, Gareth succeeds.
Baby. Enough.
The DC, by the way,
fails.
is really low.
Oh,
Clay succeeds because it's only your first night, not sleeping. Angie,
that's good.
what'd you get?
22.
Success. George,
Well, George only has a 13.
that's a success.
Good, then Kiek succeeds with a 27.
Okay. Zira and Chera and Hanef,
I have a 25.
success.
Zira has a 27.
Success.
And Hanef has a 4.
Hanef has 1 level of exhaustion in that case.
Because he rolled a natural one.
In that case, Hanef begins to slow your group down a little bit.
Come on, Hanef, move with us.
Every now and again, you guys have to have a short stop. But you stop and go and take short breaks of maybe 10, 15 minutes at a time.
Can we just put him on Bosco?
After it's not just Hanef that needs rest. All of you need to continuous walking will tire you out. Also during your normal travel, you walk for a bit, then you rest for maybe 10 minutes, and then you continue again.
Are other people exhausted because you rolled as well?
No, Gareth and Clay both succeeded. I rolled a 17 and a 14.
Who's just like, I'm tired.
Shut up, enough.
But after maybe the second time you guys rest, you guys continue again. And George, what was your perception again? Pretty high, right?
28.
You look ahead of your path, and there's a semi-realistic snowman
Again?
standing in your path, not too far from where you guys took rest. And you see it has weird markings all across its surface. This is one of those snowmen you saw some time ago.
Just one now?
Just one.
Wait, everyone blink.
Standing in the center of this like forested area. Just one.
Just go towards it and get closer looking
Suspicious.
These snowmen really creep me out. They were like in the other place they were as well. Don't touch it.
Your finger sinks into the snow as it would in snow. There's a hole left in the snow now.
If we get surrounded by that later, I will be mad.
What do you mean?
You know, these snowmen, they suddenly pop up. It freaks me out.
I mean, who else knows of these guys? Was it Zira? Zira, you know what they're called? I am
Mercedes.
ignorant. Mercedes. Nobody else knows of Mercedes.
No, I know, but like,
But it's not like a common thing. And then suddenly there's a guy making
Maybe-
hundreds of way too detailed snowmen. That can't be a coincidence.
Maybe people who saw them and did pass on the information.
They
That
still
doesn't
wouldn't
make
want to
sense.
start randomly making snowmen of them like this.
Mm-hmm.
What if they got turned into snow? What if something turned them into snow?
what turn?
What is these
Mercedes?
stands he's taking?
It's almost a generic pose. Like
Were they all standing the same as well?
No.
In the other
some
place?
had like mounds of snow that they were sitting on, others were laying, some had like a little bit more detail, but they were all made in such a way that like an arm sticking out like this with snow wouldn't work, so they're all still realistic to the physics of snow. But all of them had different poses. There weren't many that were just like this one is.
You know, these snowmen really freak me out. If
This one seems to be very simple in its stance.
I should move on. If it follows us, I'll be mad. I'll punch him.
George just pushes it over.
Yeah,
Like
don't do that.
it breaks around the pelvis area and just falls. The snow kind of scatters.
That's
There's
7 years of bad luck.
There's nothing in it.
No, it's snow.
Okay.
That's 7 years of bad luck.
What do you mean?
That's what we used to say in Top Down. If you topple over a
A
snowman, it's years of
It's
bad luck.
snow, not a mirror.
What?
It's snow, not a mirror.
Yes, if you break a mirror, then it will bring you bad luck.
Why would you have mirrors?
Why would you have snowmen?
We didn't have mirrors, okay? We were fancy pants like
Well,
you.
we didn't have snow.
Well, we did.
Oh, whatever.
You guys continue your travel. Eventually, you continue south, and
And where's
Akiak
Bosco Park?
eventually begins to steer you. What?
Where's Bosco
Oh.
barking?
Well, you guys, Akiak eventually begins to steer you more westward as you're supposed to curve with the lake almost. And you begin to see the early shades of sunrise, and eventually, when the amount of trees becomes a little less and the forest becomes a little less dense, the sun begins to rise further and further, and you can actually see it begin to peak over the mountains towards the east,
It's always a great feeling when you
which is actually the direction you guys are traveling. So it's like fucking
Haven't slept.
blasting
Do
in
you
your
see
face.
the sun?
know hearing the birds.
You mean the dog?
As
No, that's Bosco.
the snow or as the sun begins to rise above it, moments later, those with higher passive perceptions,
That's me.
you
Nope.
begin to hear a very low, very distant droning noise. And it takes you a moment to realize, but a very, very, very big and loud war horn of some sort is being blown off in the distance towards your south, which would be towards your right. When you begin to travel more eastward.
Then we all comedically look to that side. We've seen it in thousands of flying frost giants.
No, there is some horn being blown far off in the distance, but the fact that you can hear it all the way over here is not necessarily worrying, but it means it's really big.
Let's
I
keep
mean, it's
walking.
worrying perhaps in
Some
some
giant
form.
horn.
Yeah.
Let's keep walking. That's not dilly-dally.
When you continue, still early hours of the morning, the sun begins to rise higher and higher, and eventually its full form becomes to rises above the mountain tops, and you come to another river. But Akiak is steering you, and eventually takes you to where he mentioned that Raldrak would eventually want to build a bridge. And you see it in the distance, and you approach it. And it still stands. A dwarven bridge of brutalist architecture. But it is not as whole as the elven bridge. This one has seemingly has had no maintenance whatsoever and may have actually suffered specific blows to it that have damaged it in the past. It is still possible to cross it, although something as heavy as Bosco may crack some stone in some place and cause a part of it to collapse into the river. It's not as safe as one may wish.
Let's get like
Before crossing.
I would say like let's get the heavy Bosco on the carpet or something.
Yeah, let's be safe about it. That bridge looks like it hasn't seen touch. Well, at least none of the good touch in years.
Can I look at the stonework and see where it might fail? Using my stone cutting.
Sure. That would be...
That would be stone cutting.
That'd be like an insight check.
Ooh. A stone insight check.
Gotta see its intentions.
I mean, it would make sense to use wisdom to see where something may collapse. Like, you could use wisdom to see where something would collapse, perhaps.
Alright, yeah. Can I use stone cutting for that?
Yeah.
Alright.
So you can add
There's
double your
no
proficiency
better
bonus
way
to
than
it.
this.
But it's wisdom instead of intelligence.
That's fine. 14 then. Oh no, wait, and 14, 24.
24.
That's it.
Yeah, there's two specific parts which are both the areas that don't have direct support underneath them, that are one on the side towards the lake and one towards the mountains that are most likely to collapse. So you would have to make like an S shape to cross the bridge most safely.
Alright. Well, get the Bosco on that
But
thing.
the problem with Bosco is that he's like so wide that he would step on both sides at the same time.
Yeah.
The bridge is only 10 feet wide.
Yeah, okay, let's get Bosco on that carpet and then the rest can follow me. I know I know which way the bridge will be weakest.
I would like for everybody to make dexterity checks.
Great.
Clay doesn't. Clay just disappears underground and goes under the river and will emerge on the other side. Gareth will. Alright. Angie, dexterity check. What'd you get?
17.
17. That's a success. Gareth rolled an 18, which becomes a 17, which also succeeds.
Okay.
Just a standard regular ass.
Just a dexterity check.
Well, let's see now, baby.
Yikes.
George.
It's a 14 for George.
That's a success.
It's an 11 for Kia.
Okay.
Well, I'll start with the highest, which is Hanef. Oh wait, he's exhaustion. Never mind.
He does have a disadvantage.
Oh, that's still really good. Which is a 17.
That's a
Still the
success.
highest.
0 on yourself.
We both have a 9.
Okay. In that case, I need Chera, Zira, and Akiak all to make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh god. Can I see it coming?
No, you would not see this coming.
That's fair.
Akiak.
25.
Alright. Akiak steps on a part of like a brick that begins to like slip away, and he almost falls with it. Would fall into the river, but he catches himself pretty quickly. He's faster than he should be. As a small part of the bridge, a couple of stones collapse and fall into the river. He doesn't fall in, luckily.
Okay.
Zira and Chera.
No Lego man in the river.
Zira has a 15, and I have a 18.
Both of you can need to catch yourself, but a small part of the bridge collapses. But you all manage to find safe footing and make your way across the bridge without falling in and suffering exhaustion due to being dunked in the water. At which point you all emerge early in the morning on the other side of the river. You continue your journey a little further. The forest is decent for some time, becomes less and less, and eventually there are every so often groupings of trees, but it's largely open plain.
Do we see any indication of dwarven colony or something? Or?
Not in the first stretch.
Okay.
But when it becomes less and less, and there are somewhat fewer trees, you would probably first begin to find croppings of tree stumps, old tree stumps that have once been cut. That would probably be your first indication. But George, you begin to recognize this area more specifically, as in you've seen it before. Nakiak is still leading you. But George, off in the distance, as far as your eyes can carry your sight, you begin to see about half a dozen snow mounds in geometric shapes. You see the dwarven colony off in the distance, under a thick layer of snow, most of these buildings. But you have found it. It is, seemingly at the moment, completely abandoned.
Oh, that's a lot of snow we'll have to dig through.
You also see it is built close to the edge of the mountains, where the mountains begin, and you see to your right, which will be further to the south, the entrance to a mine as well.
Right.
As you guys arrive at the dwarven colony, that is where we will end tonight's session. So we'll pick it up again next week on our Friday, which we will have everybody except for Akiak. As you guys have arrived at Raldrak's abandoned colony.
Well, there might still be people inside.
Maybe.
Is it abandoned?
With that, thank you guys for coming out to play. Thank you guys for coming out to watch. We'll be back again next time with the next session where we pick up right in this spot.
Hell yeah.
Goodbye.